Minneapolis plays so hard, and that's going to make tonight a lot of fun.
When we come back, we will go over more of this contest and how these two teams match up. Again, Minneapolis, they've been on a pretty good run as of late, too. They've built themselves a really good season under head coach Brian Weatherman, and we'll talk about their last couple of games. We'll also get starters for you in the tip. We're about 4.5 minutes away from the start of this one, going a little bit early here in Minneapolis for Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan basketball on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and their second location in the Central Mall in Salina, and a new location in McPherson, based on honesty and trust. Contact L&L Advisors today.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Lynell Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi, fans. It's Lynell Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Lynell at SalinaHomes.com.
Salina Septic Services provides septic services including septic tank installation, inspection, and repair. In addition to professional septic tank services, we also provide portable restroom rentals. We have many options available, including his and hers portable restrooms and hand washing sinks. Setup, service, and removal are all part of our rentals. Whether you project a long-term construction job or a family gathering, we guarantee a clean porta potty. Find us today at SalinaSepticService.com, proudly supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here at Minneapolis High School, about 2.5 minutes away from the start of Minneapolis and Southeast of Saline. Devin Haney and Tyler Smith back here. And when you look at this Minneapolis team, as we said before the break, 13-4 now. They won their last 2 games in a row. That was a 6-point victory over Sacred Heart, and then most recently a 4-point victory here on their home floor Tuesday night against the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. Southeast of Saline, by the way, they're on their first 6-game winning streak of the season, and they lost this game back on January 6th to Minneapolis by single digits. It was a close game. Rebounding was not close, 47-41. The victory there for Minneapolis. It was the first loss of the season for Southeast of Saline. Other games tonight that we will keep an eye on. Republic County is at Ellsworth. Council Grove is at Sacred Heart. Salina Central at Goddard Eisenhower. Salina South at Hayesville Campus. Abilene at Wamego. Chapman at Concordia. Bennington is at Remington. And El Saline is taking on Marion. Let's go over starters here for this contest between Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis. Minneapolis is led by head coach Brian Weatherman. He will take on a starting 5 on the floor that consists of Jordan Peck, a 5'8 senior, averages almost 3 points a game, with Elena Cosart, a 5'8 senior who averages 5.5 points a game. Josie Schrader is a 5'4 sophomore, averaging 5.5 points per game. Brady Weatherman, a 5'4 sophomore, averaging 7.6 points a game. And Macy McClure, a 5'6 sophomore, 11.5 points. She is also the leading rebounder and leading assist getter on this team. And I think I said Josie Schrader is starting. I beg your pardon, that's actually Maggie Shoup, a 5'7 junior in the starting lineup, averaging 4.5 points per game. Minneapolis comes in. They are 13-4 on the season. Southeast of Saline, led by head coach Shauna Smith, assisted by Steve Reedy. They're 14-2 on the year, 6-1 in league play. They will start Brielle Potacek, a 5'4 junior. 7.5 points per game, also 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Lexi Jacobson, a 5'7 junior, 11.5 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist per contest. Lexi Jacobson, the leading rebounder on this Southeast of Saline team. Maddie Harris is a 5'5 junior. Maddie averages 7 points a game, also 3.5 rebounds and 3 assists per contest. Maddie leads the Lady Trojans in assists and steals. Reagan Getz, a 5'9 senior, averaging just over 11 points a game, 2.5 rebounds and 2 assists. And Avery Castleman, the other senior, a 5'8 senior, averaging 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2.5 assists on the season. Southeast of Saline, when you look back at this game in January, it was really kind of a monumental victory for the Minneapolis Lions. We'll talk. Minneapolis is what Southeast of Saline held. That was all snapped in that victory for Minneapolis back on the 6th. As you said, big picture, little picture, we're kind of looking around the corner here. We're looking at places like Russell, maybe even Hutchinson when Sub-State and State comes around. But that league title is still pretty important. If Southeast of Saline can get this done this season and win another league title, Tyler, that will be 3 in a row.
Yeah, Devin, that's super important because, the way you get to Russell and you figure out a way to, fight through that battle and to get to Hutchinson is to battle through games like this. However, it's not all do or die right now. Conference titles are huge. We talk about league titles and how important they are. But I always look back at what Goodland did last year. Goodland lost 2 games in their conference. They lost to Hugoton both times, and then they beat Hugoton in the state championship game. Your state title, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you go, how you get there. However, this is a game. It's a great tester. If you're Shauna Smith right now, you're in the locker room, you're telling your girls to have fun, experience this. This is going to be a fun game. There's going to be a lot of pressure, but how do you handle the pressure? And that's how you want to see Southeast Saline deal with tonight.
Yeah, it's almost as if you go through and this is a step on the journey, right? But if you can't complete this step, what are you going to do later on down the road? I mean, it's one of those things you have to prove your mettle a little bit, so to speak, coming into this game. You're on the road. You're playing a team that beat you at home. Southeast of Saline, by the way, has only lost 7 games on their home floor since 2019. Now you get to come back here and kind of get that game back, so to speak.
Yeah, David, it's almost one of those things that the result is one thing, but it's how you play is the other thing. We know that Minneapolis not only won the game by 6 points, 7 points the last time they played Southeast Saline, but they just beat the tar out of them. I mean, they beat them in every facet of the game. They beat them all the hustle points, all the loose balls. The result of this game, yes, of course it's super important, but if Shauna Smith's team loses those 50-50 balls, that's what's going to upset her the most. I have a feeling with this Southeast Saline team, they understand the importance of those of the game inside the game.
Yeah.
And I don't foresee that happening again tonight.
And I think they probably had one of those games Tuesday against Beloit where there were some loose balls. There were some long rebounds that came off the rim long. And Southeast, I thought, did a really good job just grinding that out and getting that victory over Beloit on Tuesday. Southeast of Saline will be wearing their road purple jerseys trimmed in white and black. Minneapolis here on their home floor will be wearing their white home jerseys trimmed in blue and red. In the center circle, it will be Lexi Jacobson tipping it up along with Jordan Peck. Southeast of Saline wins the tip and has it on the right-hand side of their offense. Glad you could join us for Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan and Trojan basketball, a doubleheader here from Minneapolis. Real Patacic with a three-pointer top of the key. That's no good. Rebound will be taken in for Minneapolis, and it's Macy McClure. Up the left-hand sideline now to Elena Cosart. Skip pass back over the top. Ends up on the right-hand wing with Macy McClure. McClure, the leading scorer. She'll dribble her way to the right-hand elbow, then pull back and play it off now to Brady Weatherman, the sophomore. Weatherman in the corner to Cosart. Minneapolis being very patient here on their first possession of the night. In deep, they were looking for Jordan Peck, and that ball slapped away and taken away by Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, and a great job from Lexi just coming across. She did a great job without creating any physical contact, and you see Lexi fly out on the other side. Like, that's going to be an issue if Minneapolis can't hold up with her.
There's a shot up and good by Southeast of Saline, and they will take an early lead here. 3-0 on the three-pointer from Avery Castleman.
And just, again, senior leadership right there. Avery Castleman, Reagan Getz. These two understand it. You see a great dribble drive right there from Cosart. They're saying the foul's on the floor on Harris. What an athletic move. But this game also comes down to the seniors. They get it. They understand it. You see Castleman drilling the three for Southeast. Got to love to see that leadership.
3-0 Southeast of Saline. That foul for Southeast was whistled against Maddie Harris, and now Minneapolis can't get it in bounds, and it's going to go back the other way to Southeast of Saline. Second turnover of the game here for the Lady Lions. 3-0 Southeast. Full court pressure here with Weatherman and also Maggie Shoup in the backcourt, and that'll rattle Southeast of Saline into a turnover, their first of the night.
And Devin, let's keep track. Hustle turnovers. 1 for Southeast, creating that 5-second, and then that's a hustle turnover right there from Minneapolis, just creating, a little tough pressure, on the two teams. I mean, these teams are mirroring each other. It's going to be a gross basketball game because they're two teams they want to butt heads, they want to fight. But, gosh, they're going to fight hard, and it's going to be fun to watch.
There's an offensive foul and another turnover from Minneapolis. A moving screen down low, caught by the baseline official. It's team foul number 2 for the Lady Lions, and this will belong to Jordan Peck, her first.
And we've seen it in a few, the Salina Post article. I think Shauna Smith discussed kind of like this game, the way it's officiated will kind of dictate how they play. Minneapolis, they're super athletic. They like to – it's almost like a
Reagan gets a baseline three-pointer off the feed from the speeding Maddie Harris over into the corner left-hand side. 6-0 Southeast on a couple of trifectas from beyond the line.
But to don't go Norm Richardson like 40 minutes of hell, like how are you going to contact? You're going to play as hard a defense unless the officials officiate differently as Kosar drills that three.
Kosar with her first basket and the first points for Minneapolis 2 minutes into this game. 6-3 now our score. Reagan Getz has it back on the right wing. Lost her dribble momentarily, but she has it back, and we see physical play already here in front of the Minneapolis bench. Getz gets out of it and will play it on a handoff to Maddie Harris. Maddie will back it up to the Minneapolis logo and just lose the basketball, taken away here by the Lions. All the way down the floor with a slow step through is Maggie Shoup, and she'll score.
What a great play by Shoup right there. I mean, if you want to go fast, she did that nice little step through, avoids contact. Nice finish from Shoup.
Maddie Harris deals behind her back. Now comes back to the right-hand side, Brielle Potacik. Potacik now plays it to Getz. Getz tests the defender. She's going against Weatherman. Now the kick out and ends up on the extra pass along the baseline.
There you go.
Back inside to Lexi Jacobson, and she is knocked down from behind. And this will be the second foul for Jordan Peck.
Yeah, not only was Lexi drilled on the baseline, somehow ends up flying towards the free throw line. But you love to see that. You're trying to establish Lexi down low because, like you said, that's going to create foul problems. Number 2 right there. That's a big-time foul on Peck.
Josie Schrader, Micah Deronay, Raylan Robinson all come into the game from Minneapolis. For Southeast of Saline, it's Ava Pearson. And Reagan Getz says, welcome to the game. Here's my second three-pointer of the night.
Well, Reagan looked at her. I mean, she eyed her down. She gave a little ball fake. Nothing there. We talked about the seniors know this. All 9 points with the Southeast Saline seniors.
Brielle Potacik with a nice hand defensively as she's able to knock it out of bounds. The drive from Josie Schrader, and the ball trickles out of bounds. It will stay with Minneapolis here underneath their own basket. 9-5, Southeast of Saline. They lead by 4. Here's a loose ball off the inbounds, taken in by Abba Pearson, fresh into the game. Pearson will bring it across the timeline. Now she's in trouble, needs help. Lob pass back to the near side to Castleman. Castleman now beats the defender. Lob pass to Jacobson, and the ball out of bounds. It will stay with Southeast underneath their own bucket.
Yeah, and Coach Weatherman's looking for like a double tip, and I think I agree with him. I think that ball might have went off Lexi. It's an advantageous call right there for Southeast Saline.
Here's Castleman off the inbounds. Three-pointer, no good off the front of the lip. And Deronay takes in the rebound for Minneapolis. Back the other way. Long pass to Schrader, and she traveled with the basketball before she got a chance to get her feet underneath her.
And, Devin, so much of that was caused by Brielle Potacik just busting her backside back, getting a good defensive position. It's one of those spots where you catch the basketball. You don't know where to go. Brielle was there, forces the turnover. Just great hustle play from Brielle Potacik.
9-5 our score. Southeast of Saline leading with the basketballs. Approach the halfway mark of the first quarter. Pearson up top with it. Now to Castleman. Castleman works it around through Jacobson to Reagan Getz. Getz has had a hot hand here early on in this contest, and now they're going to say she double dribbled with the basketball. Turnover number 3 for Southeast of Saline.
And you can see Reagan looking back at the bench to kind of ask what the call was, and when they tell her to double dribble, I think it's a little bit confusing. It looks like it might have been a hand in defensively that kind of created that look, but tough call. Hey, here's what I love about Reagan. She handles it. She goes. There's no negative. She handles it. She's fine.
Here's Coatsart on a long 2. That won't go down. Potacik gets the rebound off the tip from Deronay, and Brielle now brings it across with the help of Reagan Getz. Getz floats off to the left-hand side. 3:49 left to go, first quarter. 9-5 is our score. Southeast of Saline has led the whole way so far. Pearson on a drive. Lots of contact, and they're going to say she traveled with the basketball. Interesting.
Yeah, Devin, I see that call right there. I mean, I think in that call right there, you have to reward good defense. And Abba kind of got herself in a bad spot. Good defense is being played. You could call it either way. Reward good defense and not just an offensive player getting themselves in trouble.
Here's Weatherman. Now back to the left-hand side. Schrader has it, but now she'll bring it on a dribble. Back to the middle of the floor. Inside to Derenay, and Micah Derenay will score her first basket of the night.
And that's got to be something you're concerned with Derenay. I mean, she's super athletic down low. She can make a lot of good plays. You see a turnover right there from Southeast Saline.
Southeast bringing it down the floor, had it stolen away, and then Minneapolis takes a tumble out of bounds with Josie Schrader. Two teams exchanging turnovers here. They each have 5 turnovers here in this first quarter. Still 3 minutes left to play. 3:01 on the clock, and 9-7 Southeast.
Yeah, and I don't think we're surprised by these turnovers. I mean, this is what we thought we were going to see coming into the game. Like, it's not bad ball handling. It's not bad basketball. It's just defense is amped up. I mean, they're going after it. This game's going to be a war the entire time.
Harris brings it, beats the trap by herself, 1-on-2. Now Castleman has it on the spin. She'll play it back out to Maddie Harris. Harris trying to get an offensive setup here, trying to even out the other 4 players on the floor. Here's Getz getting inside the lane, turn and shoot, and she nails it. Reagan Getz with 8 points here in the first quarter. Southeast now back up by 4, 11-7.
Just a great job from Reagan. I mean, great maturity, great just patience. The 1-4 look gives the offer to Maddie. Maddie goes through. All of a sudden, she goes through. Nice little 10-footer from Reagan. That's exactly what you need. That's the maturity. That's the senior leadership you need in a game like tonight.
Here's a drive on the right-hand side. Minneapolis comes up empty there. Raylan Robinson didn't hit the rim. Castleman brings it out now, plays it to Maddie Harris. Harris on the right-hand side. 2 minutes left to play. First quarter, kick out to Getz. She wants another 3. She has another 3 as Reagan Getz single-handedly tearing Minneapolis apart. She has doubled up the Lions 14-7 and prompted a 30-second timeout. 1:55 left to go here in the opening period. Southeast of Saline off to a hot start. They lead by 7 here on KINA.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Just under 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Out of the short timeout from Minneapolis, Lions have the basketball. They trail by 7. Derenay has it top of the circle. She will go now to Shoop. Shoop with a couple of dribbles. Looked like she might have shuffled her feet in the paint, but she's going to draw a foul and earn a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Second team foul on Southeast.
Sorry, nice move from Shoop, and it looked like Abba Pearson kind of got out of position. Just going over there to help, got caught with the body, but nice move right there from Shoop.
Maggie Shoop makes the first free throw. Second one still pending. And a chance to bring Minneapolis back to within 5. And she does. Both those free throws pure right through the middle of the net. Again, 1-on-2 in the backcourt. Now a long pass from Maddie Harris. Goes to Pearson. Abba on the left-hand side finds Reagan Getz. Getz, a couple of dribbles towards the baseline. Now she's going to pull it back out to the middle of the floor. A lot of bumping, a lot of hand-checking defensively in this game thus far. Here's Castleman underneath. One-handed pass. Harris underneath off the window. Gets it to go. The dime dropped from Avery Castleman, and Maddie Harris scores.
Devin, what a pass and catch right there. I'm backdoor. I don't think anything was open there, but what just the relationship between those two. Great play.
Brady Weatherman takes baseline for Minneapolis and scores 2. 1:05 left to play. Skip pass through the defense. Castleman to Getz. Getz on the right-hand side. Now Pearson along the baseline. Wants to get to the rim. Now she's stuck. 3 Lions around her. She's in trouble. Trying to find Addison Rohr. Now ball on the floor, and it will go to the arrow at the table. It will go to Minneapolis. turnover for Southeast of Saline, their 6th.
Yeah, and that's one of those drives right there from Abbott. If you're going to go baseline, you have to understand there's going to be a lot of pressure coming at you. So you have to have a plan. You're either going to kick or you're going to go. And right there, she kind of got caught halfway, didn't know what to do. That's something that as Abba's game progresses, you're going to see her just go up, try to draw some foul. But that's fine. You want to see her drive baseline. We'll see what else happens as we go.
Steal, Brielle Potacek. She gets it back for Southeast of Saline. Middle of the floor, Brielle's going to pause at the three-point line. Now kick it out to Harris. Natty with a guarded three. Trickles off the rim. It won't go. And a rebounding foul called against Southeast of Saline. Their 3rd team foul.
Devin, love to see that early shot from Maddie. You know, she's got a little stroke. You know, defense flows. She's got a wide-open shot. And you see a tough luck foul right there. Was it on Rohr?
Addison Rohr.
Yeah, Addison Rohr. Really tough luck. I mean, we've seen so much contact tonight, and she just was battling for a rebound. Tough foul for the sophomore.
Shoop inside, puts a shot up. Deronay comes crashing in, and a foul on Micah Deronay will be the 3rd team foul for Minneapolis, her 1st.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a great athlete, Micah Deronay. We've seen her for the last couple of years. I mean, she just crashes the board. We started as a freshman, sophomore, now as a junior. She's tough to handle, and that was a tough foul on her. Just comes back.
Harris fell down. Yeah, going 1-on-2 again. Brielle Potacek came back to help her out. Now ball back in the hands of Maddie Harris. 8 seconds left to go, closing out the 1st quarter. In the corner to Brielle Potacek. Clock down to 3. Harris now drives, step back, three-pointer up off the window, almost went home. And Southeast of Saline will go to the end of the 1st quarter with a 5-point lead. 16-11, our score. Back with 2nd quarter action. You're listening on KINA and watching the live stream video on SalinaPost.com, free of charge, brought to you by Assaria Oil and Hardware.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Assaria Oil and Hardware, located in Assaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Start of the 2nd quarter, Southeast of Saline leading 16-11. 1st quarter was a dogfight. I don't think we'll change things for the upcoming 3 quarters. Getz has it on the left-hand side. Reagan with a hot hand so far, 11 1st quarter points for the senior. Now she'll go to Maddie Harris. Harris gets a touch to Lexi Jacobson. Lexi's been quiet in this game. She'll pull up from the left elbow, and that shot a little too strong out to the left. Here comes a speeding McClure back the other way. Macy will play it out now to Schrader. They'll work it around. Ball will end up on the right-hand side of that Minneapolis offense. Now Maggie Shoop, middle of the floor. This is a team that has great depth. When you look at their scoring, I mean, it's 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, 5 points game per average. They can plug just about anybody in.
Yeah, Devin, you're exactly right. It's like, how do you scout this team? It's exactly how teams look at Southeast Saline. I mean, there are people everywhere. You shut one hole, there's another hole, spouting out of that boat. Like, how do you stop this team? And they play so gosh darn hard. Like this, it's a fun Minneapolis team to root for.
Here's a shot that goes up. That is no good. Rebound taken in by Reagan Getz. Not a great shot for Minneapolis after they ran about 1 minute and 20 seconds of offense there. Castleman has it on the left-hand side. Avery tests the baseline, loses the basketball, and it will go off of Minneapolis. Guarding over there in the corners, Raylan Robinson. She has a bounce off her hand. Micah Deronay will check back in. She will replace Elena Cosart in the Minneapolis lineup. For Southeast of Saline, it's Getz, Harris, Jacobson, Castleman, and Potacek, your 5 starters on the floor. Castleman has it right now. She'll give it up to Getz. Reagan now looking. Plays it back to Harris. Addie Harris has drawn the attention of Maggie Shoop pretty much this entire game thus far. Now Castleman up top. Backdoor cut, Potacek. She'll stop and pop in the lane. What a beautiful move. The cut by Brielle Potacek. After that, it's almost like the shot was elementary.
And then we talk about this all the time. Like, as we see, Lexi get called a tough foul right there on the backside on DeRene. But Brielle can score it at all levels. I mean, she's so athletic. She's so just crafty right there. Great catch, great finish, great pass. That's what you have to do, because you're seeing Minneapolis. They're going to force you outside. They're going to push everything outside. Great finish.
Here's a shot put up along the baseline. That's no good. Darnay uses the shoulder to move, gets out, gets her own rebound. Now she'll play it out to Josie Schrader. Schrader on the drive, has it blocked. Now taken away. Here comes Lexi Jacobson. The track meet is on. Lexi hands it off to Brielle Potacek. Now Brielle loses the basketball momentarily. Plays it to Reagan Getz. Now Maddie Harris all the way to the cup, and the layup good. Harris wanted the three, but saw all the space in front of her and was able to take advantage of that. 4 points for Maddie Harris, and that prompts another timeout from Minneapolis. Southeast of Saline with their biggest lead in a 30-second timeout. Trojans by 9.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses acquire relief loans to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
20-11. It's a 9-point lead. Early second quarter for Southeast of Saline. Minneapolis here trying to defend their home floor and sweep the Lady Trojans for the season. Man-to-man defense being applied here by Southeast. Shoot inside, turns to go to the rim, and Reagan Getz got her up high on the block, and they're going to say foul on Getz for Reagan. It's her first.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It looked like Reagan did a really good job just controlling the body, staying straight up, but Shoop's absolute great job just creating that contact with the body, and she goes up and gets the foul. I mean, that's what you see with veteran players. I mean, and Shoop, you know, we've been saying the name Maggie Shoop for the last 3 years as a junior. I mean, she's so good. Really good job from Shoop.
First foul on Getz. Southeast has 5 team fouls, but they're all spread out. Maggie Shoop making both those free throws now. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. She's leading Minneapolis with 6 points. Getz on the right-hand side, hands it off to Potacek. Brielle now speeding to the left, gets it to Castleman. I think Avery was in a spot to pop that three, but her feet weren't quite set. Here's Getz. She'll take it. Why not? Reagan Getz, her 4th three-pointer of the first half.
Stephen, we talked about this earlier. It's the seniors, right? Like, it's relax and let the seniors take control. Holy moly, I didn't know they were going to take control like this.
Here's Darnay on a drive. Got away with a little bit of a shuffle there when she pulled her dribble up. Now working it back around, ends up on the right-hand side with Cosart. Cosart now swings it back. Little head and shoulder fake there by McClure. Weatherman tried to pass it back, and Avery Castleman was there to deny that pass with a kick. It'll stay with Minneapolis. 4:37 left to play in the second.
And Devin, I know it's early. We talked about Reagan's offensive exploits, but everything that she's doing on the offensive side, she's doing the exact same thing defensively, and so is Avery Castleman. And we saw right there with the kick, Avery's job defensively is figure out who the most difficult person is to guard, and she's going to do it. She's doing a great job all night.
Here's Kotsar for 3 off the back heel. That's no good. Getz rips the rebound. 4.5 left to go, second quarter. Reagan Getz up the right-hand sideline to Castleman. Avery looking now. She'll come back to the middle of the floor, and a reset here from Maddie Harris. 23-13, Lady Trojans of Southeast. Ball squirts free. Harris dives head first, and a foul will be called here.
If that's on Harris, that's incredible.
And it is. Maddie Harris somehow got a foul called on her there as she was going head first towards the half-court stripe to get that basketball. And that's the second on Maddie. I don't understand that call.
Yeah, I don't either. I saw a loose ball. I saw really good defense from Minneapolis. I saw that's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. So you have to handle it, right? I mean, 16 fouls at Southeast Saline. You got to roll with it. Only 3 on Minneapolis.
Probably more importantly, that's Maddie's second foul. She has to come out of the game. Abba Pearson back in. as we go to the second half of the second quarter. 3:54 left to go before halftime. We'll talk to Bryson Flax coming up at the break, along with numbers from the first half. 3:47 left to play. Here is a spin move by McClure in the paint, and they're going to call a foul there as the basket went in. An and one situation here for Macy McClure. Foul's going to be called on Abba Pearson, her second. So now 2 Southeast players in the top 6 have 2 fouls.
Hey, great play right there from Mason McClure. I don't know if the foul was on Abba. It looked like there was some contact, but here's one of those things. If you call a foul like that on Maddie Harris, now things are going to start getting questioned. You're starting to hear the fans get involved. It's just how the game works. These are tough on the road.
Southeast with it now. Avery Castleman will back it out. She wants a reset. Backdoor along the baseline of Potacek. Brielle led to the out-of-bounds line. She has to play it back to Reagan Getz, and that'll go all the way into the backcourt where it's going to be a turnover for Southeast of Saline. 7 turnovers for the Lady Trojans. That was their first one of the second quarter. Matter of fact, that's our first turnover for either team in the second quarter.
Well, and here's where you start looking at Maddie Harris not being in the basketball game. I mean, Maddie's just that calm, right? Like, we talk about this all the time. Her numbers will not just jump out and surprise you by anything, but she just keeps everything under wraps. And right now, so here's in the last 3 minutes of this this first half, how do you keep things together if you're Southeast Saline?
Southeast has switched to a 3-2 zone defensively.
Wow.
Here's a drive and a shot up by Josie Schrader. That's good. That's her first basket of the day. 3 minutes left to go, second quarter. Long pass up the sideline. Castleman will spin off a defender. Now play it back to Brielle Potacek. 23-18. Southeast of Saline leading by 5. Pearson tried to make a move on the left-hand side. Lost the basketball out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers now for Southeast of Saline. And Shauna Smith wants a timeout. 2:49 left to play here in the second quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. Back with more Lady Trojan basketball here on KINA.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans, from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit roselawnsalina.com.
2:49 left to go. 23-18 our score. Southeast of Saline leading by 5. They've led the entire way thus far. That lead has been as much as 10. Right now it's half of that at 5, 23-18. 2:48 left to go. Minneapolis does have the basketball. Southeast of Saline staying at 3-2 zone. Down low, it's Pearson and Jacobson. Then 3 guards across the top with Castleman, Getz, and Potacek. And here's a blocking foul on Jacobson down low as she was trying to impede the progress of Macy McClure, who I thought initiated the contact.
Yeah, and you can see Coach Shauna Smith talking to the official right now. Like, this is going to be how the game's going to be called, and let's do it on the other side as well. And a great job for Macy McClure attacking, but if that's going to be the call, let's get it both sides.
Now Lexi Jacobson has 2. McClure at the free throw line makes the front end. So far, Minneapolis perfect at the stripe in this game. They are 6 of 6. McClure's second free throw, air ball.
There you go.
I still have it.
You should say that more often.
Still have it.
Holy moly, I didn't know you could make air balls happen.
Yeah, I did.
Solid.
4-point game now, 23-19. Potacek with it. Middle of the floor, Pearson. Pearson now will bring it all the way to the stripe, kick it out to Castleman. Avery will swing it back around. Potacek over to the left-hand side. Now Brielle speeding back towards the Minneapolis bench. Getz stops in the keyhole. Her 17-footer, no good. Rebound taken up high for Minneapolis by Raylan Robinson. She'll go to the left-hand side. Schrader with it. Now back to the middle. Schrader gets it back. Weatherman with it. 2 minutes left to go. 4-point lead here by Southeast. Here's another steal by Brielle Potacek. It's her third of the night. First turnover for Minneapolis.
Oh, my goodness.
Pass up the floor. Jacobson, and she got caught underneath the rim and could not get enough of the backboard angle to make that one work. Boy, what a beautiful pass, though, down inside. Here's another foul down along the baseline. Macy McClure is going back to the free throw line.
to take things back, as you see number 3 called on Lexi, which is really tough to handle, but what a great pass from Brielle to Lexi as we're seeing Sutton Douglas get ready to come into the game. That's a tough foul for Lexi to get her 3rd. Really tough foul.
So Sutton Douglas will come in to the game here for Southeast, 5'8" freshman. This free throw goes in. First one missed, second one goes down. 23-20. Now a one-possession game. 1:38 left to go here in the second quarter. Douglas inside to Getz. Getz had it stripped away, and now it comes back with Minneapolis going the other way. Weatherman speeding. Asked Avery Castleman there to shut her off. Now back out for a shot from Raylan Robinson that's good. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, really nice play from Raylan Robinson right there. We saw her catch the ball in full flow. She went ball fake, kept everything intact. 2 dribbles, nice jump shot from Robinson.
Potacek up top. She'll go right now to Reagan Getz. We approach the 1-minute mark. Working our way through second quarter action. Douglas has it on the left-hand side. Big bounce pass into Pearson, and Pearson's going to be fouled and go to the free throw line.
Yeah, we saw right there, really good job from Sutton Douglas, the freshman. I mean, I think sometimes we take these roles for granted. I mean, we have a freshman that we're throwing in there. Usually these roles for freshmen, like fourth quarter, you're going to go and you're going to have some fun. Right there, big-time role. Nice job getting the ball, throwing the ball down low to Abba Pearson, who's going to the free throw line for 2.
Pearson misses the first free throw. That's the first free throw attempt of the game for Southeast of Saline. 9 free throw attempts for Minneapolis. Second free throw by Abba is good.
Say no more.
Right. 53 seconds left to go. Closing out the first half, 24-22. A 2-point advantage here for Southeast. They've led the whole way. Looks like Minneapolis will burn off the last minute. And I'm sure Shauna Smith actually loves to see this because her team is in foul trouble. She has starters on the bench right now in foul trouble, and she loves to see this, that they're not going to make Southeast of Saline play a lot of defense on multiple possessions at the end of the first quarter. Coaching-wise, I don't understand this. If I'm Minneapolis, I would keep going and see how many fouls I can get.
No, you're exactly right, Devin. I mean, if you can, the longer you play with Lexi Jacobson and Maddie Harris on the bench and the game is tied, you're perfectly fine with.
Pearson took it away. She's going to go to the cup, and the layup good in the end one. Again, minimal contact down low on the foul, but Abba Pearson just stole that basketball away, and she was able to take it coast to coast, and now an and one opportunity coming up for Pearson.
Hey, and you want to know how big that was? Abigail Pearson, the freshman, knows as soon as she hit that layup and she had the contact, the flex that she gave back to the team. That's a great play from freshman Abigail Pearson.
10 seconds left to go. Free throw, good. And now Emma Zerflu will come in here for Sutton Douglas. 10.9 left here for Minneapolis to try to do something.
And now you're looking Zerflu for Douglas. Defensive purposes, stay quick, stay tall, stay disciplined, no fouls. Just keep your hands up. Look at Abigail Pearson go.
4 seconds left to go. She has some space here, but she's going to keep it in the middle of the floor and say we've had enough of this first half. 27-22, a strong finish by Southeast of Saline, and Abba Pearson on the floor as they are taking a 5-point lead to the locker room after being closed up down to a single digit. When we come back, stats from the first half. Also a conversation with Bryson Flax. It's all coming up. 27-22, Lady Trojans lead it here at the break. Halftime is brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Lynell Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi, fans. It's Lynell Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Lynell at SalinaHomes.com.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here in Minneapolis, a strong close to that second quarter for Southeast of Saline. A little Vinny 4-0 run gives them a 5-point lead going into the locker room at the break, 27-22. Time now to look forward to game number 2 of our doubleheader. Of course, it'll be the boys' side as Southeast of Saline goes for the season sweep against Minneapolis. And our conversation now with Bryson Flax, brought to you by Frisbee Construction. Coach, Tuesday night you were able to defend your home floor and get the season sweep off of Beloit, 41-33. This was a game that, as you and I talked about, you really had to fight and scratch and claw for everything you got in this game. I think overall it was a good game for you to go through that at this point in the season. What are your thoughts about that contest from Tuesday?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty much everything we needed and more, because when we're not creating live ball turnovers that are just getting out on the run all the time, I wasn't really sure how we would respond to not get those easy opportunities.
Yeah.
And our defense was excellent. We made it difficult for them, and I think they could say the same for us, holding us well below our season average in points. But I thought we got really good shots, just weren't able to knock them down, and that's going to happen. And later in the season, at some point, possessions are going to be limited, and we need to be really efficient on the defensive end.
When you talk about your defense, I had a conversation earlier in the week with somebody that said, Beloit could have played about as well as they could have, except for maybe knocking down a few shots. And my question to that person was, when did they have an open shot? I thought your defense was great.
Yeah, it was probably the best it's been this year, to be honest with you. And they did a nice job on Nakari. They were physical with him. He didn't shoot the ball a whole lot. Eli struggled from the floor. Mm-hmm. But you look at their top dogs, and Beisner hits a shot with 12 seconds left. This is his only field goal, we just did a fantastic team defensive job. And again, when possessions are limited, you got to rely on that sometimes, and I thought we did a nice job.
Again, you limit your turnovers. That helped in this game as well. When you talk about a combined 74 points, you only had 4 turnovers in this game.
Yeah, we just didn't get enough shots. That's all there's to it. We just didn't hit enough shots. But, it's sometimes that's just the way it goes. Your defense has to be consistent because, offense never is. We're in a good place defensively. We just need to get some guys hitting some shots.
When you look at big picture, we talked about Beloit kind of being right there in the sidecar as far as league standings and also sub-state standings. Just happened to turn out that way. Now you have a 2-game cushion over Beloit in the league standings. You have a nice cushion also in sub-state standings for that first spot. Where are you at right now as we have 4 games left coming into tonight? Where do you think you're at right now?
I think we're very close, if not there, defensively. Offensively, again, we need guys, Danny Kerr, Drew Richardson, those guys have to hit shots for us. You take it back to last year in the sub-state finals, state tournament, those kids were hitting shots, and you need that because so much emphasis gets put on other players. And I was really happy to see Luke carry us a little bit offensively in the first half, and then Kaysen stepped up in the second half and hit some big shots, and and Caden Isaacson did a really nice job again. I thought he's been pretty good lately, and it takes a group. I like where we're at, but we need to get a little more efficient offensively.
What do you hope to accomplish tonight? This is a gym, obviously, it has good memories for you. Last time you were here, you got through the sub-state and won 2 games in a row to advance to the state. But last time you played Minneapolis, this is a team that's just struggling. 69-27 was the final of that when you played them at your home gym. They got one win now on the season. I mean, it's just they're struggling all over. I feel like this game tonight can be all about you guys and what you would want to work on. What is that?
It has to be, and I think it's more of the same. Taking good shots, continue to take good shots. We'd like to see some go in. Defensively, just be in the right spots, pressure, do little things. I don't want us, we really didn't take ourselves out of plays against Beloit, and I definitely don't want to see it tonight.
Yeah.
I just want to stay solid, make them work for everything they get, and then keep taking good shots offensively.
I hate the term trap game. I never have liked that. I think it's more of a focus thing sometimes than a trap game. This could be good training for you because being the number 1 seed, even a number 2 seed at a sub-state, your first-round opponent could be of this caliber. They could be a team that's struggling and not having a great year. Is this good training for that situation coming up for sub-state?
Our guys are mature. They've been through it. They've been through this. They're weathered and again, it's all about us right now, and we just have to continue to get better and put ourselves in the best possible situation, and we hope that's the 1 seed. But ultimately, regardless of seed, it's playing on a Saturday,
absolutely.
And that's the goal. So, we just got to keep getting there.
All right, best of luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Devin.
Bryson Flax, he's the head coach of the East of Saline Trojans. His guys getting ready to take on the Minneapolis Lions here in a league contest on KINA.
You're ready for any task, and you expect the same from your tractor. No matter the job, there's a Case IH Farmall tractor ready to work as hard as you do. With easy operation, an exceptional operating environment, and more standard features that enhance productivity, Farmall tractors deliver the power and flexibility to knock out chores and keep going. Stop by Can Equip in Salina and find a Farmall to meet the demands of your operation.
Can Equip you.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan sports program.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here at halftime, 27-22. Southeast of Saline leads it, led by Reagan Getz with 14 points, 4 for Maddie Harris and Abba Pearson, 3 for Avery Castleman, and 2 for Brielle Potachik. For Minneapolis, they're being led right now with Maggie Shoops, 6, 5 for Macy McClure, then 3 for Elena Kotsart, 2 all for Raylan Robinson, Josie Schrader, Brady Weatherman, and Micah Deronay. Southeast of Saline, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, while Minneapolis is 7 of 9. Minneapolis with 9 turnovers, Minneapolis with 8. Big 9-0 run in there, Tyler, to get Minneapolis back within 1, but now Southeast of Saline carrying a 4-0 run into the halftime.
Yeah, Devin, this is everything we thought it would be, right? Everything that was advertised. We knew that we'd have 2. And, the narrative that Minneapolis, outplayed Southeast at their own game, months ago, let's get rid of that. These are 2 of the top teams in 3A. I'm convinced that Minneapolis, any day, any night, can beat anybody in 3A, just as we know Southeast Saline can. This is a fun battle, and it's just fun to see this in a league matchup. Let's see what happens in the next 16 minutes. It's gonna be a lot of fun watching these 2 teams go after it.
Minneapolis with the basketball, Southeast of Saline with a 5-point lead, 27-22. Minneapolis came out to open the game and ran offense for about a minute and 20 seconds. Trying to go in down deep to McClure. Off the window, she scores over the top of Lexi Jacobson.
Yeah, really good finish from McClure. Even better. You like the defense. No foul was called. You saw bodies. You saw no hands. Everybody was straight up. Like to see that game officiated that way.
Gets out on the kick from Jacobson. Her three-pointer won't go down. Rebound in the middle of the lane by Elena Kotsart, who was really lonely there in the lane. There was not a lot of people going for that rebound.
And so if you're Brian Weatherman right now, Minneapolis head coach, you're telling your players, we just had Getz explode on us. There's no way she's going to do that again in the second half. So here's where Southeast has to get creative offensively. Of course, Reagan is your offensive catapult, but you've got to find somewhere else to go.
Here's a rebound off a miss from Minneapolis. Harris kicks it up the floor to Reagan Getz, who gets 16 points for Reagan Getz, and the find for Maddie Harris down the floor. Minneapolis has it back. Southeast lead back to 5. There's a pass airmailed over the top of everybody out of bounds, and the 10th turnover for the Lions.
And Devin, we talk about Reagan Getz and her offensive exploits nonstop right there. Just such a great job defensively fronting right there. I mean, she did a great job fronting, shoot. It made it almost impossible angle for the pass, and that's why you see Southeast leading with the basketball right now.
Harris with it, trying to get through the Minneapolis defense. Maddie will bring it back to the middle of the floor now after up the right-hand sideline. Gets now Potacek. Brielle driving. She gets to the right elbow, kicks it back out to Avery Castleman. Those two now trying to negotiate the same space. Now they get spread back apart. Here's Getz. Little hesitation dribble. Lost the basketball out wide, and she gets called with a carry. 9th turnover for Southeast of Saline.
Okay, and again, I'm fine with that call if it's gone on the other side as well. Because that defense, if you're telling me there's no contact on the basketball there, then I'm perfectly fine with that carry call. But let's see if it's both ways. We see the basketball manipulated in a lot of ways. Defenses, the hands go. Defensive players are putting their hands on it. Basketball's manipulated. We'll see if this goes both ways.
Here's the kick out. McClure, she gets to the middle of the lane. Now they kick it out. Weatherman will try the corner 3, and that's good. Brady Weatherman now has 5 after scoring 2 points in the first half. Pair it with that three-pointer.
Tell you what, Minneapolis is so opportunistic. If you give them an open shot and you see it like a broken down Southeast defense, they're so good at hitting that open shot. Great shot from Weatherman right there.
Reagan gets up high, little nod to Maddie Harris, but then she takes a dribble and keeps it and drains the jumper from 12. 18 points for Reagan Getz. That ties a career high. Here's a shot up by Minneapolis now. Jacobson tapped the rebound. Behind the back goes Harris. Long pass up the floor gets. Reagan working on Darnay. Hook shot won't go down. It boils off. And now Jacobson fighting for the rebound brings it back out. Getz wants another one. Bubble jumper good. 6 points by Reagan Getz. She has 20. A new career high for the senior.
Devin, and not one of those shots has been forced. Devin.
There's a
lot going on right there.
That was intended inside for Darnay, and Lexi Jacobson went Inspector Gadget on the defense. Her arm stretched out, tapped it out of bounds and off of Minneapolis, and a full timeout taken by the Lions, 33-27. Tyler, Southeast explodes out of the locker room.
Yeah, without a doubt. And what I love to see right there, Reagan is absolutely on fire, but her composure. You talk about senior leadership. There's no ebbs and flows with Reagan Getz. It's streamlined. Reagan Getz has 20 points right now, Devin.
Yeah.
She's embarking on freak show type stuff right now. She is putting this team on her back. She understands what's going on right now. She understands how much this game means. This is fun. And nothing under pressure. She is just so composed. She goes back to the huddle. She's telling everybody to settle down. We're good. This is fun.
Reagan Getz, 2 times this season, she established a career high. 18 points against Abilene, 18 points against Sterling, 20 points here tonight, establishing yet another high water mark, and she still has 12 minutes and 58 seconds of clock time to do more.
And here's the other issue. If you're Coach Weatherman from Minneapolis, you start taking her away, and that's when everything else opens up for Southeast Saline. I think at some point coaches, when they're doing scouting reports, are like, we're going to let you do this, you're going to let you do that. It looks like Coach Weatherman's going to let Reagan go off and do whatever she wants. Right now, it's a bad decision. Great backdoor pass from Reagan to Castleman.
Avery with a hook shot, kind of leaning into the defender, up off the glass. It won't go, but Maddie Harris fishes out the rebound. Now gets fouled from behind with Maggie Shoup on her. That is the first for Shoup.
Well, and one of the things you said right there, offensive rebound. That's something we didn't say a lot of times the last time these two teams played. You're seeing hustle buckets, hustle balls, hustle rebounds starting to go Southeast Saline's way, and that's the recipe for success.
Brielle Potacek got handcuffed over there on the sideline, could not get the ball in bounds. And the 5 count gives the ball back to Minneapolis.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. You know, we've seen that sideline inbounds play a couple times, and a lot of times it's about 4.5 when they throw the ball in. Tough call right there for Brielle. I mean, and nobody was open, but almost dead ball turnovers are better than live ball turnovers. So good job. You'll see if your defense can play. We'll see how this works out on the other side.
Almost halfway through this very quick-moving third quarter of action. Here's another three-pointer in the corner. That one goes up, no good. And Pearson with the rebound and a dual possession that time with Macy McClure, and the light is pointing towards southeast of Saline. Good job there by Abbott Pearson.
Yeah, and Devin, we've heard this and we've seen this, you know, on Salina Post. We've seen the articles, and we've heard what Coach Shauna Smith has talked about. Like, she needs more depth, and we're seeing it right now from Abbott Pearson. Now, that's a move right there. That's a play. You're getting defensive rebounds. People are crawling over you. You're fighting. You're diving. Great job from Abbott Pearson.
Patacic collects the defense in the paint. That'll spring Castleman open for 3. Too strong, no good. Getz on the backside. She is handcuffed and fouled. Reagan Getz went in, out-jumped 2 Minneapolis Lions, and was able to earn a trip to the free throw line to shoot 2. Getz at the line for the first time tonight.
And it's the alpha role that Reagan's playing right now. She's telling her, but she is the alpha. She's the best player on the court. She's doing everything. You love to see this from the seniors. She's leading from the front. Give me every cliche you want to give me. Reagan Getz is willing this team for a win right now.
21.
We're not there, but she is rolling, isn't she?
Yep, made the first free throw. Second one on the way. Looked exactly like the first free throw. She's now 2 of 2 from the line. Southeast of Saline as a team, 4 of 5 from the stripe. They lead it by 8, 35-27. 3:45 left to go here in the third. Here's a lob pass inside. McClure, she's able to knock it off the window quickly for her second basket of the third quarter. 9 points now for Macy McClure.
Yeah, smooth little pick and slip from McClure. Great catch, great finish, great move from McClure.
Harris works off to the right-hand side. Got a high screen from Avery Castleman. Now plays it to Brielle Patacic. Brielle takes a couple of steps back, now goes to Maddie Harris. By the way, Lexi Jacobson is on the bench. Shauna Smith right now getting some valuable minutes for her without the possibility of picking up that 4th foul. She is going to be ready to go for the 4th quarter. Here's Pearson inside. Abba strong to the cup, and she's able to draw the foul.
Yeah, Devin, you're exactly right, and all that comes from the play of Abba Pearson, just from the defensive side. She's doing so well defensively that you're right leaving it in there. And anything you get offensively from the freshman Abigail Pearson right now is just icing on the cake. And like you're saying, it just milks time that you can get Lexi on the bench.
Pearson's free throw hits the front lip and crawls off, no good. Lead remains 6 points for Southeast of Saline. That last foul on Josie Schrader is her first. Minneapolis does not have anybody with more than 2 fouls. Pearson's second free throw, no good. Getz goes up, has a dual possession with Minneapolis. And this time the arrow will point towards the Lions. Josie Schrader had it tied up with Getz that time.
Again, love to see the toughness from Getz. I mean, there's not a lot of knocks on Reagan Getz's game. I mean, she does so many things. She plays down low. She does things on the perimeter. The toughness is maybe one thing that I'm seeing tonight. That this is a defining moment type game right now. Like, Reagan Getz is putting this team on her back. The toughness right there, fighting for that, possession arrow. Let's see what she's going to do the rest of the game.
Harris nearly took a long pass away to Elena Kosart. Kosart, though, kept it. And now a moving screen? No, they're going to go the other way. They're going to call a foul on Reagan Getz. Wow.
And again, back to that toughness of Getz. That's really good defense. I don't think you're going to see Coach Smith disappointed at that. Looked like there's a lot of business going on right there. Reagan gets called for the foul.
Here's McClure wanting to drive, tried to spin off on Castleman, and Avery will reach around the side and foul her. First foul for Avery Castleman in this game.
And that's something to be said right there, because Avery always gets dealt the most difficult defensive task. Committing her first foul with 2:49 to go in the third quarter shows what she's doing defensively.
35-29, 6-point lead for Southeast of Saline. Here's Weatherman for 3. Too strong, no good. Rebound up high, taken in by McClure, and she is fouled on the putback. 2 free throws coming up for Macy McClure. 4 points in the third quarter, 9 points for the game for Macy McClure, and that foul is going to be whistled against Maddie Harris. That is her third.
And you saw immediately, Maddie Harris went straight up. There was didn't look like any contact, and Maddie just said, no way, as soon as that foul was called on her.
First free throw good. Second one coming up. McClure has it. And that is out of bounds off of a Southeast player. They say it'll stay with Minneapolis.
Yeah, it looked like it was off Lexi. I mean, it's part of the problem of having the highest vertical on the court. You might get, a call against you every once in a while. I've never had that issue. Lexi did. Lexi does.
Minneapolis with it. Cosart trying to make a move on Harris. Now she's going to come back and play it into the hands of Macy McClure. Minneapolis leading scorer. Deals it off back to the left to Cosart. 2:25 left to go here in the third. Back to the middle of the floor. Shoop with it. They're going to kick it back to Weatherman in the corner. She had a three-pointer from there earlier on in the quarter. Now working it around. McClure has it again. And Minneapolis at times in this game has been supremely patient, as they're doing right now. Shoop with it. Now back to McClure as they've taken the clock down to about 2 minutes left to go. Boy, really good defense here by Southeast of Saline. And I hear my friend Francis Flax in my ear right now saying this is why we need a shot clock in high school basketball. But Minneapolis turns it over.
Yeah, we could talk a lot about that shot clock issue, especially after the game in Oklahoma a couple days ago. But gosh darn, just go out and guard. And that's exactly what happened right there with Southeast Saline. You go out and guard. Teams cannot handle the basketball if you're putting pressure on them. Great defense from Southeast Saline.
11 turnovers now for Minneapolis. That's the second one here in this third quarter. Brielle Potacek trying to avoid the run and jump. In a trap now, she finds Avery Castleman across the floor. Now to Jacobson. Lexi gets inside, hangs, shoots. That ball crawled out after being halfway down. Boy, Lexi Jacobson did everything right except that ball going through the net.
Yeah, without a doubt. And that's how you break a press. And the next time it happens, Lexi's going to finish that. Oh, my goodness. Great finish. Great job from Southeast of Saline. Just need the finish.
Little touch foul there called on Pearson. That'll be Abba's third foul. 3 different Southeast players with 3 fouls. 1:27 left to go in the third.
Yeah, and we're seeing Abba's done so good defensively as we see maybe a potential walk. So good defensively. So just continue to do what you're doing, and hopefully those fouls don't get called.
Kotsar was left alone by the defense. Now she's going to drive into a crowd and draw another foul. Free throws coming up for Elena Kosart. Foul on Brielle Potacek, her first.
And Devin, we completely understand this is a really physical game. All right, we're looking at it, but there's a time where Coach Shauna Smith's like, she didn't know who the foul's called on. Like, right. She's ready. Are we going to get somebody called on? I didn't know if that was going to be on Abba or Brielle. I didn't see a lot of contact myself. It's just one of those weird things as a coach when you don't know who the foul's called on. You kind of get your substitutions ready.
Kotsar misses the second after making the first. 1:10 left to go in the third. 35-31. Reagan Getz brings it across the timeline. Now she'll cross over, go back the other way, and find Brielle Potacek. Brielle now in the middle of the floor. Comes left, looking for Castleman, and that ball slapped out of bounds by Josie Schrader. Maddie Harris comes running to the scorer's table. She'll check in now and give Avery Castleman a break. She'll enjoy the last minute of the third quarter, taking a rest. Brielle Potacek sets inbound here right in front of the Southeast bench. She'll get it to Maddie Harris. Harris speeding now the other way. Comes back to Getz. Three-pointer off the pass. Count it.
Are you kidding me?
Reagan Getz is being silly tonight. 38-31. 25 points for Reagan Getz. Lob pass inside. Deronay underneath the rim. Somehow she made that shot. Holy cow, Micah Deronay.
Yeah, great finish from Deronay because Lexi Jacobson was playing great defense right there. Great entry pass, great finish from Deronay.
Right-hand side, free throw line extended now. Potacek has it. Backdoor to Getz. Reagan got it to go in the foul. There were 2 people running towards the basket. Potacek got it in the hands of Reagan Getz. Lexi Jacobson was also there. And Reagan now with a chance at a three-point play.
Devin, We've seen some performances in our day, right? Like, you've done this longer than I have. We've been doing this about 4 or 5 years. What is this? Like, this rates I don't know. This must rate up there with as good as anything I've ever seen.
Gets free throw. Rattles out, won't go. Battle for the rebound, taken in by Micah Darnay. That's about the only thing that bad has happened to Reagan Getz tonight, is missing that free throw. She's 2 of 3 now from the line. 7-point lead. Here's Darnay inside. Looked like he took a step out of that and traveled. Now the ball up in the air, and they're going to call a foul on
Shauna
Southeast.
Smith's going to lose her mind.
Wow. Everything inside. I mean, you can make a blanket statement here. I don't like blanket statements, but you can make a blanket statement here and say everything in the paint is going to be called a foul. Everything.
The problem with this foul call is Southeast Saline had inside position and then had outside position.
Now the official's going to call it on the floor,
Okay.
which doesn't make any sense.
Which is even more confusing.
You know you're having a weird night officiating if both coaches are mad and both sides of the stands are mad.
Nobody's happy. And now officials are talking about it, which we always like. Just that seems like an unfortunate call for Southeast of Saline.
It was 4 on Abba Pearson. 8 seconds left to go. Minneapolis inbounding underneath her own basket. Lob pass in to Darnay.
Double dribble.
And she double dribbled with the basketball. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul when she was dribbling with both hands. 40-33, and Darnay will go to the free throw line.
Talk about bringing the sophomore Addison Rohr in. I thought she did a really good job defensively right there. I thought she stopped. I thought she did a really good job of stopping Darnay. Gets called for the foul. If you're Coach Shauna Smith, you're going to look back at the video and you're going to look back at the film and you're going to tell Addison Rohr that's a great job defensively.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is made. That was the 7th team foul for Southeast of Saline. 6.5 seconds left to go. Darnay can make this a 5-point game. And she does. Both of the free throws knocked home. She has 6. Here comes Southeast speeding up to take the last shot. It's a half quarter with 3 seconds left by Castleman. Nearly went in, and that will be the end of the third. 40-35. Southeast of Saline leads it by 5 as we go to the 4th and final quarter. You're listening on KINA and watching live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you by Assyria Hardware and Oil.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Assyria Oil and Hardware, located in Assyria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
8 minutes on the clock. 4th quarter is here. 40-35. Southeast of Saline leads it by 5 points. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Live stream video right now on SalinaPost.com. Free of charge. Castleman says that she's the last touch over there on the sideline. Avery not complaining about that, and that's a turnover for Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you want. If you're Coach Weatherman, if you're Coach Smith, you want a game like this deciding, obviously there's going to be games for the league title after this, but gearing up for the postseason, this is exactly what both coaches want. Just nail and tooth and flipping heck. This is a fun game to be watching right now.
Inside, glad to see there wasn't a foul called there. Waiting on the whistles. Maggie Shoup came up empty.
No
now
travel.
Jacobson
That's
goes
not a travel. That's not a travel.
Speeding to the other end and got caught with a travel.
I don't know, like the step through the right foot. Good call if that's what you're going to call, and you see zero argument from the Southeast Saline bench. Coach Smith, Coach Reedy, they're telling Lexi to go up with that right foot.
Yeah.
I guess I agree.
Kosar has it on the right-hand side for Minneapolis, 40-35 our score. Southeast of Saline leading by 5. Here's the drive by Shoop. Shot put up. Good defensive effort that time by Reagan Getz.
And Devin, that's what we're seeing with Reagan. I mean, it's what she's doing defensively is so impressive. You can talk about her 27 points so far as we see Maddie Harris drawing the foul on the floor. It's what she's doing defensively right now to Maggie Shoop that's really the most impressive thing. We know Reagan can score. She can score in bunches. But what she's doing defensively and her toughness is really what's leading Southeast Saline tonight.
Foul on Elena Kosard. It's her second. Brielle Potachik will inbound. A chance for baseline offense here for Southeast of Saline. Jacobson up high. Now to Harris on the right-hand side. She'll rip it through. Now to Brielle, top of the circle. Back to Harris. Harris now comes to Jacobson on the left. And Lexi is fouled. Shoop reaching in. Will collect her third.
Yeah, looking like Shoop right there was just kind of caught maybe in a mix and a twist. She had the screen. She didn't know the hand was caught in the cookie jar. Got called for the foul.
Both teams now in the bonus. Southeast of Saline with 7 fouls, 6 for Minneapolis. Brielle Potachik using a screen from Avery Castleman. Now she'll dump it off to Reagan Getz. Getz lost the ball as she was trying to drive inside. It goes to Castleman, who puts it now in the hands of Harris. Out to Getz for 3. Why wouldn't you?
Are you kidding me?
Why wouldn't you just count that? 30 points for Reagan Getz.
Are you kidding me? How about the knowledge of everyone as we see a turnover? I don't even know what happened. I was looking at you.
Minneapolis came across the center stripe, traveled with the basketball. They are down by 8, 43-35. And there's substitute at the scorer's table for Minneapolis. Braylon Robinson was kind of hiding out there in the corner, but now she has been signaled to come in. Also, Micah Deronay will come in as well.
And Devin, this Southeast Saline team is full of characters. And Reagan is straight-faced always. You see, great job from Brielle. She got a foul called on Weatherman. Reagan Getz is the only person that has not smiled right now.
Brielle should be shooting here, and now she will go to the free throw line. 1-1 coming up here for Brielle Potachik.
And you saw that Minneapolis wanted the push-off from Brielle, but I think that you start getting so much contact and you're riding somebody.
Yeah.
You got to get that foul on the defense before you establish that that's going to be an offensive foul.
Front end of the 1-1 for junior Brielle Potachik. Splashes right through. I get her arm came out, but it was after the contact. It's not, her arm didn't come out and cause the contact. And there's a huge difference there.
Without doubt, and as an official, you have to establish which way you're going to call that before you start calling that an offensive foul.
Second free throw also goes through for Brielle. To me, the fans and the coaches that yell about that being of push-up fouls are the same ones that yell for over-the-back fouls, what doesn't exist.
And reach.
Yeah. 10-point lead by Southeast. Pass broken
Reagan
up by Getz.
again.
Here it comes. Brielle Potachik with it. Brielle up the right-hand side. Harris pulls up now, plays it back to Reagan Getz. It's a 10-point lead for Southeast of Saline. 45-35. Avery Castleman with it now. She's being pushed out towards the logo. And I mean literally pushed out to the logo. And that has to be a hand check call on Raylan Robinson.
Yeah, that's
it is.
And you know what? Tell you what, that foul is tricky right there on Robinson because I'll tell you what, I don't know how established Maddie Harris was with the screen. Like, if you're going to start screening that far out, you're going to make sure your feet are set. But sitting Maddie Harris in line.
What I think on that, Tyler, I think it was a bang. That push on her, the hand check, she was checking her in the hip 3 times. The ref gave her a couple of times to not do that, and she just kept pushing.
Without a doubt.
Towards the side there.
There you go.
Maddie Harris gets the first free throw.
And you don't like to always be tested like during tests because this is a test tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But we've failed. Southeast Saline has failed a lot of free throw tests. But we're seeing right now, knock on wood tonight, we're doing all right. And I'll stop talking about free throws, by the way.
Second free throw made there by Maddie Harris. She has 6 now after going 2 for 2. And this lead has all of a sudden ballooned to 12 with 5:40 left to go.
But, Devin, it's 12 but not comfortable. Like, there's nobody who thinks it's comfortable right now. Great entry pass to Durenay. You see a lot of contact, a lot of body. Brielle Potachik, what a great job getting on the floor.
Over to Harris. Harris throws it baseball style up the floor to Lexi Jacobson. Now to Getz. Now back to Maddie Harris, who was emphatically clapping her hands wanting the ball.
How about the maturity from Lexi Jacobson to catch that ball? She has bad numbers, pulls it out, just decides to stop. We're going to run some clock.
Here's Harris all the way to the cup, and she is going to be fouled as she tried to get that ball off her hip and shoot. She was tied up, and now free throws coming up for Maddie Harris. Another foul on Raylan Robinson.
you're starting to see the maturity, right? Like we've talked about, I think there was a lull about 5 or 6 games that despite winning games, the Trojans weren't playing the way that you wanted to play. Now you're seeing the way that you kind of want them to play, right? You got the lead, you're playing with a lead, you're hammering opponents. You're not just playing the game. Great job so far from Southeast Saline in this fourth quarter.
And there's a different level of aggression on offense tonight for Southeast than what we've seen in the past, too.
It's attack mode. It's not just sit back, and it's easy to say when you have Reagan Getz scoring 30. But the points are there. Reagan is obviously taking the ceiling, which she can do any flipping night. But everybody else, the defense, giving her the ball, the offensive rebounds, there's no second chances for Minneapolis on the other side. This is the game Shauna Smith needed right now. 5 minutes left. A lot can go on. Let's see if they can finish it out.
3 of 4 from the free throw line. Here's a shot put up. No good. Taken in, collected by Lexi Jacobson. 4:45 left to go. Southeast of Saline a chance to continue to build this lead. Burrell Potacik up top. Castleman now. Down low to Jacobson. Lexi stumbles towards the baseline. Now gets it back out to Avery, and she got caught there with a carry.
Again, those are so tough. The amount of contact going on. Perfectly fine if you're going to call it a carry. Get it.
Timeout taken. Full timeout by Minneapolis. 4:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Minneapolis still looking for their first points of the quarter when we come back on KINA.
Troublesome car repair and everyone has told you it cannot be fixed or it's way too expensive? Try McKim Auto Service in Gypsum, Kansas. They do quick, dependable work and provide the lowest hourly rate in the area. McKim Auto will service your vehicle from front to back and everything in between. They treat you and your car like a friend or even family. McKim Service specializes in engine and transmission rebuilds. 701 Maple, Gypsum, Kansas. Wouldn't trust anyone else with my family car. So, if your repair seems grim, remember McKim. Give them a call today to make your appointment.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Saline Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at SalinePainClinic.org.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Out with Southeast foul. Thought it was going to be a traveling call on Maggie Shoup as she went hopping through the lane, but they're going to call a foul on Southeast.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So here's what Minneapolis is really good at doing, especially Maggie Shoup. She's so good at initiating that contact. She's super strong, super skilled. She can get that contact, goes up, gets a foul called. Here, if you're Southeast Saline, you want this clock obviously running nonstop. Now, there's question on who the foul is called on right now. And they're called on
Maddie Harris, her 4th. Maggie Shoup's first free throw is up and good. She has 7 points. A lot of them manufactured at the free throw line. She only has 1 field goal.
Yeah, she knows how to get to the free throw line. Okay, so this is a test, right? Like Maddie Harris has 4 fouls. How do you play with 4 fouls?
Full court pressure here by Minneapolis. They have it in the hands of Maddie Harris. We approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. By the way, those free throws by Shoup were the first points for Minneapolis in this fourth quarter. Castleman has it on the left wing. Now to Brielle Potacik. Addison Rohr also out there for Southeast of Saline. Left-hand side to Castleman. She'll get the screen from Rohr. Now the peel defended well there, though, by Minneapolis. A timeout called by Southeast of Saline. 30-second timeout. We'll talk about it. 3:54 left to go when we come back. Southeast with the ball, leading by 11 on KINA.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Salina Post and KINA, your home for all things Trojan. The Southeast of Saline Trojans sports stream live on the Salina Post, and you can always listen at 910 AM, 107.5 FM, or at 910KINA.com.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
3:54 left to go here in this NCAA contest in the North Central Activities Association. 48-37, Southeast of Saline leading with the basketball. Reagan Getz has it. She's up top now, long pass, right-hand side to Brielle Potacek, and they're going to call a moving screen on Lexi Jacobson. Lexi looked over at the bench, and her head coach shrugged her shoulders. She said, I don't know.
And this is we've talked about this before, Devin. You have to be 10 points better on the road than you have to be at home. Is it Halstead or Gene Cady? Are we going back to where he's from?
Boy.
Yeah, but that's his quote. You have to be 10 points better on the road. Right now, you're only 11 points better. You have to get ready for calls. They're not always going to go your way. It's going to happen whether you're at home or on the road. But right there, tough call. Just deal with it.
There's
Great
a steal
job.
Now Reagan Getz, and then she
There
went
you go.
stumbling towards the baseline, and a foul will be called on Josie Schrader. I'm not sure about the foul, but in the end, all things shall even out, correct?
They will. That's why I shouldn't talk about officiating. Because they do all even out, maybe?
48-37. Back to the other end now. 10 team fouls on Minneapolis. That is the third one on Josie Schrader, and that means Reagan Getz will step to the free throw line for a double bonus. 31 points now for Reagan Getz.
Do we have Elias on the line? I mean, can Big Sam Purdy figure out? When was the last time a Lady Trojan, put up 30?
Second free throw. Good. I'm going to go off of just pure memory here. Erica Montgomery had a game in the Sterling tournament her senior year. It was actually the game where she broke the all-time scoring record. I believe Erica in that game had 35. 3:22 left to go here. Now I will sit and challenge somebody to prove me wrong. I could be, but I don't think I am.
No, her numbers in this line invitational, and they do a great job keeping track of that. Those numbers are ridiculous. As we see a foul, it looks like Brielle sends Weatherman to the line.
Second foul on Potacek. It is the 10th team foul for Southeast of Saline. Brady Weatherman makes the first of two free throw attempts. She has 6 so far in this game.
Gosh, and this Minneapolis team, you just can't kick, right? Because they hit free throws. They play hard defensively. They don't take ill-advised shots. That's why it's an 11-point lead with 3 minutes left. But there's nothing safe with this team. I mean, they just fight. They're tenacious.
Brielle Potacek with it. Right-hand side now to Reagan Getz. Clock approaching the 3-minute mark. 3:05 left to go in this one. Potacek having a battle there with one of the Minneapolis players. Went down to the backside and lost the ball. And that's a turnover for Southeast of Saline. There was a lot of contact there between Brielle Potacek and Raylan Robinson that whole possession.
There was. Immediately, Brielle looks Coach Reedy and Coach Smith, and they just clap and they say, "You're all right?" Oh, my goodness. Looks like maybe a carry. I mean, with the way things have been called, maybe this is sub-state playoff basketball right now, and it's not always going in your favor. You have to figure out how you're going to deal with it.
There's a dual possession on a rebound, and they're going to call the 5th foul on Abigail Pearson. She had as much right to that ball as the Minneapolis player, Macy McClure, did, but Abba's going to foul out here. I think Abba had a good night.
Abba's obviously, we're looking at what Reagan's done, but what Abba's done, so impressive. Abba's that 6th, that 7th player. You know, we've talked about the depth. What she's been able to come in and do has been so impressive right now for the Trojans. And that's what you need to do if you're going to, carry this thing on. Going on, we talked about going on to Russell and going on to Hutchinson after that.
McClure at the free throw line misses the first. She's 50% from the stripe tonight, 4 of 8. And makes this one. 11 points for Macy McClure. 2:45 left to go. 50-40. Now a steal and a layup in the cup by McClure. First field goal of the fourth quarter for Minneapolis. And a foul now called against Minneapolis that will send Southeast the other way to shoot free throws.
And again, we talk about this. You can't replicate this anywhere else. Like this is postseason environment. How do you handle this? You're up 8. 2.5 minutes left. You're at the free throw line. Like, this is where you seal the game. Here's where you hold on to the basketball. You play really good defense. You don't give opportunities for Minneapolis to shoot the ball without the clock running. as we see a first missed free throw from Maddie Harris.
Maggie Shoup guilty of the foul. She's the first Minneapolis player with 4 fouls on the night. Harris will get the second attempt after missing the first, and she splashes that one through. 2:33 left to go, 51-42. Minneapolis trailing by 9. There's a three-pointer. Robinson in the corner, air ball. Put back, no good. Second attempt, good. Nobody in there blocking out and rebounding for Southeast of Saline. Mason McClure had a free path that time to get those put in, and now a foul call on Minneapolis, running right into Avery Castleman, who was setting a screen. Raylan Robinson will get her third foul. That will not be a shooting foul.
Well, Devin, we'll talk about that first offensive rebound. You don't care about it because it's an air ball. And
they call it. There's a difference here. If they called it a push, it is a shooting foul. If they called it player control, it is not. They must have called it a push.
Yeah, it looks like they did. It looks like they're sitting Castleman on the line. And again, Castleman not a super strong free throw shooter, but I'll take the senior on the free throw line right now with this opportunity. I love the senior leadership that we've seen so far from her, everything she's done defensively. Put her on the line. Let's see what she can do.
2:13 left play. 2 free throws coming up here for Avery Castleman. First one on its way. Too strong, no good. Avery hit a three-pointer way back. First field goal of this game. And got things started well for Southeast of Saline. Then a three-pointer came from Reagan Getz, and Southeast sprinted out to a 6-0 lead. Castleman's second free throw rattles out. Brielle Patacic brings it out and hands it back to Avery. She said, I think this might belong to you, ma'am. Now Maddie Harris. She'll go to the right-hand side. Patacic there. Boy, there's a lot of pushing and shoving right now from Minneapolis on defense. You look away from the ball at some of these matchups, it's borderline dirty. 1:49 left to go. Harris all the way to the cup, and they're going to call an intentional foul. I wondered if that couldn't be the case because there was a lot of bad activity going on there away from the basketball. And that's going to be against Macy McClure, her first. Maddie Harris at the free throw line makes the first.
Well, and you see at some point, it's just the ball control. It's like you know what you're trying to make them do. They're trying to hold everybody out. And at some point, if you're Minneapolis, you're trying to foul, but you don't know how to foul without getting to the basketball. Frustration foul right there.
I saw jerseys being stretched. I saw arms being grabbed. I mean, it was, like I said, I caught myself not watching the basketball and looking out away from the ball. Yeah, 1 of 2 at the free throw line there for Maddie Harris. It's an 8-point game, 1:48 left to go.
Oh, mercy.
And another foul.
Yeah, there you go.
Maddie Harris will go back to the free throw line. Southeast didn't even have a chance to get it in bounds there.
And again, this is nothing quote unquote dirty. This is just hard basketball for Minneapolis. I mean, they're just trying to run through a screen. Maddie Harris, we've seen her take several charges, especially on the screens. She knows how to set her feet. She knows how to be super strong. Great job from Harris to absorb the contact.
Got to make them free throws though. Right now, Maddie is on a 1-for-2 trend. She missed this one.
Let's hope the trend keeps up.
Both teams in the double bonus. Arrow, if a possession question should come in, belongs to Minneapolis, and Maddie missed them both.
The trend did not keep up.
Did not continue. 1:40 left to go. Weatherman faking a three. Now she'll play it back to Shoup. Brielle Patacic there to take away the drive for Shoup. Now all the way to the cup. A left-hander layup is up and good for Josie Schrader. She has 4. 90 seconds left to go. It's a 2-possession game, 52-46, and now a bumping foul called there against Macy McClure, her second.
Okay, so let's reverse back a little bit. We saw Josie Schrader ball fake at the 3. Okay, Maddie Harris makes sure that 3 doesn't go up, gets beat. Really good play from Maddie Harris because you think you're not going to be beat by the 3. She commits no foul. We see Harris going for the 2, but that's what you're doing. You're not going to give up the 3. You're going to make sure that your teammates like Brielle Patacic can drill the free throws. I love to see that maturity and no foul committed from Maddie Harris.
And that's a big free throw for Brielle. She stretches us back out to a 3-possession lead. Second one on the way. That one rattles out. 7-point lead. Reagan Getz, though, took the arrow away from Minneapolis. Minneapolis will keep it, but now the arrow will light back towards Southeast of Saline. 1:25 left to go. 53-46. 1 of 2 at the free throw line for Brielle Patacic. Put Southeast of Saline back out in front by 3 possessions. There's Minneapolis with it. McClure stopped in the middle of the paint. Now they go right-hand side. In the keyhole. Here's Shoup now on a drive, and a bumping foul will send her to the line. as Reagan Getz is called for the foul, her third.
I really love Shoop, the way that she can work. I mean, she's a jump stopper, takes 2 steps after that. She's so crafty. That's a really tough foul to call this late in the game, but really nice move from Shoop right there.
She has 2 waiting on her. She's 6 of 6 from the line in this game. And missed the free throw.
Golden.
53-46 remains our score. 70 seconds left to go. That foul, by the way, for Reagan Getz, just her third. Free throw up, and it is good. Castleman grabs the ball for the inbound. Gets it into Reagan Getz. Now Getz will hand it back to Avery Castleman. Still in the backcourt here, still in a double team. And Shauna Smith wanting a timeout, so her team does not take a 10 count with 1 minute left to go in this game. 53-47 is our score. Southeast of Saline leads it by 6. They also have the basketball when we come back after this full timeout on KINA.
Start the new year with a new ride from Home Automotive. Hi, this is Tim Holm. Right now is a perfect time for you to come see us and start 2023 with a new vehicle. We have the biggest selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and Chevrolets, with more vehicles arriving every day. With Kelly Blue Book Instant Cash Offer from Home Automotive, you'll know that you'll get the most for your trade. Get out of your old ride and into a new one for the new year. Come to Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina. You'll be glad you did.
Stardust Trophy in downtown Salina is your full-service headquarters for trophies and awards for club and sporting events. But did you know Stardust Trophies also makes employee name tags with your company logo? They engrave executive awards like desk clocks and pen desk sets. They imprint artwork and photos on T-shirts, coffee mugs, mouse pads, even personal calculators. Stardust Trophy carries clear sports ball holders on wood bases for treasured or autographed balls from footballs to golf balls. Go to Full Service Stardust Trophy, 121 South Santa Fe, downtown Salina.
Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans, from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit roselawnsalina.com.
53-47, 1 minute left to play. Avery Castleman on a sideline inbounds. We'll get it into the backcourt to Lexi Jacobson. And Brielle Potacek fell down. I don't agree with this call because you still have a point of pivot, right? Brielle's foot never moved. Her right foot stayed on the ground the whole time. Just because she fell down doesn't automatically constitute a travel.
And she had not dribbled yet. There were so many moments. Yeah, you're exactly right, but no complaining. You've seen a great move, a great positioning from Harris. Whew. That's one of those 50-50 balls that finally went Southeast's way right there.
Here's Castleman with it now after the missed shot for Minneapolis and then the tip out of bounds off of a Lion. Brielle Potacek now has it, and they're going to call a carry on her as she went to the crossover.
It's a tough call to take with 44 seconds left in a basketball game that you haven't called yet. Brielle, super good at their hands, super good ball handler. It's an unfortunate call.
53-47, Southeast still holding it down defensively, and now a carry
which you kind of have to do, right?
On Minneapolis.
If you call it one way, and that could have been called a foul, but if you call the carry one way, you got to call it the other one.
Castleman set again to inbound along the sideline. She'll get it into Reagan Getz. Getz takes a couple dribbles to her right. Now stops. She's in a trap, and she's in trouble, and a foul called here on McClure. Foul number 3 on McClure, and Reagan Getz will go to the free throw line.
When Devin, just the cool, calm, collective attitude of Reagan Getz. I mean, right there. I mean, immediately the foul was called, on players on her, and she immediately looks at her player. She says, "It's my bad." We see no emotion from her. It's like she's just so cool and calm right now. You gotta love to see it from the senior, just putting the dagger in Minneapolis.
First free throw is up and good. That extends it back to that 3-possession lead. 7 points. Reagan will get another one here. Second free throw on the way. 34 for number 34. What a night for Reagan Getz. 55-47. There's a drive and a blocking foul against Maddie Harris. Maddie has just fouled out of the game, and 2 free throws coming up here for Maggie Shoup.
Yeah, and that's a tough one for Harris. I mean, so you got to know if you're either establish yourself or just get out of the way. Understand where you are in the game, okay, and your importance. Maddie Harris is as important as anybody. You can tell, assistant coach Steve Reedy is telling her that right now. A layup A free layup is perfectly fine as long as you stay in the basketball game.
Addison Rohr will check in for Maddie Harris. 23.2 left. 2 free throws at the stripe, waiting on Maggie Shoup. 55-49.
And we know how these coaches are. Like, they don't stop coaching until there's zeros on the clock. Like, at any given moment, this game is not over. That's the respect that both these teams have for each other. Great offensive rebound from Castleman, or defensive rebound from Castleman.
Shoup missed the free throw. Excuse me. She already shot one. That's the second one there. 55-49 now our score, and a timeout taken. Full timeout. We'll be back to close it out. 17 seconds left to go. Lady Trojan basketball here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North Ninth, Saline.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
This is Tammy Bedreau at the Bank of Tesket. If you're looking to purchase your new home in the near future, I want you to know we offer a variety of loan options to finance your home purchase. I would love an opportunity to be your lender. Give me a call or stop in today to learn more. We are local lenders making local decisions. The Bank of Tesket, committed to those we serve. MLS number 712440. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
7 seconds to burn off the clock. They get it into Reagan Getz, and Getz is going to be attacked from behind and knocked to the court. Ball out of bounds, stays with Southeast. That took almost 4 seconds off the clock.
Okay, David, this is one of those things we've talked about in the past. If you just throw the ball to somebody, there's no 5-second call here. You can just hold on to the ball and just grab it and just do whatever. There's no 5-second call in the backcourt in this situation. Just hold on to it.
Yeah, really, I mean, you could even take it down to 3.9 here without getting across court, but Shauna Smith has timeouts to use.
Now you're good. Now you're golden, right? You can just throw the ball in the backcourt, hold on to it.
Yep.
Ball game.
Yep, we'll keep it right here. Don't forget,
sheesh.
In postgame, we will go over all the numbers for you. We'll also have a Vernon Jewelers gem of the game after this final buzzer. We'll also make the transition to game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight. It is Southeast of Saline taking on the Minneapolis boys. Southeast of Saline on the boys' side, they come in at 15-1 on the season, flip that record, and that's what Minneapolis has. They are 1-15 so far this season. Here it's 55-49, 6.5 seconds left to play. Southeast of Saline with the basketball, and they also have the possession arrow if there should be a tie-up in a dual possession.
This has been fun. Like, this Minneapolis, this has been everything that you sign up for, right? Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United, great coach. Like I said, this is like bum squeak time. Like when your bum gets tight, like games get close. Every time you play, like this is the time of the year right now. Like, I mean, what a great matchup for both teams. I mean, both coaches are going to walk away happy with the experience. Like, not happy with the result, but both teams have played hard. There's been nobody that's Reagan Getz is just blown up. Like, it's been Reagan Getz's night.
Jacobson has the basketball. Now everybody is chasing Lexi. Lexi is hard to run down. She plays it to Brielle Potocnik, and that's the ball game.
Look at Shauna Smith.
55-49, our final score. Southeast of Saline gets the victory here on the road. The Lady Trojans now with 3 games left in the regular season. They move to 15-2 on the year, and they also move to 7-1 in league play. They avenge a loss from earlier this season against the Minneapolis Lions. Minneapolis now 13-5 on the year. In league play, Minneapolis will go to 6-2. 55-49, the final score. Southeast of Saline wins. The postgame is next, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. Final numbers and a Vernon Jewelers gym of the game coming up after this. It's a Lady Trojan victory on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North Ninth, Saline.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Love is in the air and a proposal has been on your mind. Don't blow it. Vernon Jewelers is here to encourage you, and now is the time to pop the question this Valentine's Day. In store at Vernon Jewelers, look for special featured engagement rings tagged with a special blow pop, making your search easy and worry-free. With free checks, cleaning, and in-house repair, Vernon Jewelers is your full-service jewelry store. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's the little things that matter. Since 1884.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in postgame, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. It's a Lady Trojan victory, 55-49. Southeast of Saline, their 15th win on the season. And really a gutsy win here for Southeast of Saline, Tyler. But when you look at it, they led the whole way from wire to wire after starting with a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, they really did, and they played tough. Loose balls, the 50-50 balls went Southeast's way. You saw that they weren't giving up, offensive rebounds. They were fighting hard. It's diluted in a great way from Reagan Getz's night. You saw the toughness from the entire team, but you saw Reagan Getz say, you know what's going to happen tonight? I'm not going to let anything happen other than a Southeast Saline victory. We can talk about what she did scoring-wise. I thought what Reagan did defensively was just as impressive. Let's be completely honest and completely transparent. Reagan's a scorer. Reagan can do so many things. It's that defensive side that tonight she just grounded her teeth in. She did everything. So impressive from Reagan Getz. The most impressive performance I've seen from a Lady Trojan in my time here.
The game we were speaking of when Erica Montgomery broke the all-time scoring record at Southeast of Saline in the Sterling tournament, Erica actually had 32 points in that game that night. Tonight, Reagan Getz has 34 points. That's probably the most, since Erica probably had some other games in there where I think maybe she did have 35 one night, but we'll have to check on that and see. I'll let you do that over the weekend and get back to me on Monday. 34 points, though, for the senior Reagan Getz. She shatters her previous career high of 18 points. She had done that twice this year, but 34 points tonight, leading her team to victory. 9 points for Maddie Harris, 5 points for Brielle Potachik, 4 for Abigail Pearson, and 3 for Avery Castleman. For the Minneapolis Lady Lions, they were led in double digits by Macy McClure with 15, 10 for Maggie Shoup, also 7 for Brady Weatherman, 6 for Micah Deronay, 4 for Elena Cosart, 4 for Josie Schrader, and 2 for Raylan Robinson. 16 of 28 from the free throw line with Southeast of Saline tonight from the stripe. In the fourth quarter alone, they shot 20 free throws. They end up 16 of 28. Minneapolis 18 of 25 from the free throw line. A turnover story for Southeast of Saline. They had 17 turnovers in this game. Minneapolis had 15 turnovers in this game. And I think really the big stand here for Southeast of Saline was beginning the fourth quarter. Reagan Getz hit the first field goal of the fourth quarter for Southeast of Saline. It was a three-pointer, but they didn't allow a field goal. Southeast of Saline's Lady Trojans defense, they did not allow a field goal until 2:36 left to go in that final quarter.
Yeah, you can look at this game in so many ways. The defense was so tough, and you look at the play, and we talked about how's that binge play going to come? And Abigail Pearson plays out of her mind. We see her foul out early in the fourth, but defense was doing such a good job making every single basket for Minneapolis difficult. But it was always Reagan Getz. You get the ball to Reagan Getz, everything she did was just so smooth offensively. And like we said, she did a great job defensively. So here's again the other problem. Like if you're a team and you're watching this, Reagan Getz is fully capable of doing this every single night, and we're aware of this, and we know that Shauna Smith encourages this offense to go through Reagan Getz. Reagan is just, I loved her, the way that her body language the entire night. Like, she was so calm, she was so cool. She knew it was going through her, but she stayed calm and made sure that everybody was aware that she was in charge.
And by no surprise, Reagan gets our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. Valentine's Day right around the corner. It's coming up on Tuesday. Want to make sure you get into Vernon Jewelers tomorrow or Monday. And make sure you get that special gift for that special someone. Once again, Southeast of Saline with the victory, 55-49. Shauna Smith's crew now 15-2 on the regular season. They are 7-1 in league play. Minneapolis goes to 13-5. They are 6-2 in league play. We'll turn the corner now. When we come back, we will have pregame starting for Southeast of Saline's boys as they take on the Minneapolis Lions. That's coming up next here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and their second location in the Central Mall in Salina, and a new location in McPherson, based on honesty and trust. Contact L&L Advisors today.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Juanelle Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi, fans. It's Juanelle Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Juanelle at SalinaHomes.com.
Time now to look forward to game number 2 of our doubleheader. Of course, it'll be the boys' side as Southeast of Saline goes for the season sweep against Minneapolis. And our conversation now with Bryson Flax, brought to you by Frisbee Construction. Coach, Tuesday night you were able to defend your home floor and get the season sweep off of Beloit, 41-33. This was a game that, as you and I talked about, you really had to fight and scratch and claw for everything you got in this game. I think overall it was a good game for you to go through that. At this point in the season, what are your thoughts about that contest from Tuesday?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty much everything we needed and more, because when we're not creating live ball turnovers that are just, getting out on the run all the time, I wasn't really sure how we would respond to not, get those easy opportunities. Yeah. And our defense was excellent. We made it difficult for them, and I think they could say the same for us, holding us well below our season average in points. But I thought we got really good shots, just weren't able to knock them down, and that's going to happen. And later in the season, at some point, possessions are going to be limited, and we need to be really efficient on the defensive end.
When you talk about your defense, I had a conversation earlier in the week with somebody that said, Beloit could have played about as well as they could have, except for maybe knocking down a few shots. And my question to that person was, when did they have an open shot? I thought your defense was great.
Yeah, it was probably the best it's been this year, to be honest with you. And they did a nice job on Nakari. They were physical with him. He didn't shoot the ball a whole lot. Eli struggled from the floor. Mm-hmm. But you look at their top dogs, and Beisner hits a shot with 12 seconds left. This is his only field goal, we just did a fantastic team defensive job. And again, when possessions are limited, you got to rely on that sometimes, and I thought we did a nice job.
Again, you limit your turnovers. That helped in this game as well. When you talk about a combined 74 points, you only had 4 turnovers in this game.
Yeah, we just didn't get enough shots. That's all there is to it. We just didn't hit enough shots. But, it's sometimes that's just the way it goes. Your defense has to be consistent because, offense never is. we're in a good place defensively. We just need to get some guys hitting some shots.
When you look at big picture, we talked about Beloit kind of being right there in the sidecar as far as league standings and also sub-state standings. Just happened to turn out that way. Now you have a 2-game cushion over Beloit in the league standings. You have a nice cushion also in sub-state standings for that first spot. Where are you at right now as we have 4 games left coming into tonight? Where do you think you're at right now?
You know, I think we're very close, if not there, defensively. Offensively, again, you know, we need guys, Danny Kerr, Drew Richardson, those guys have to hit shots for us. You know, you take it back to last year in the sub-state finals, state tournament, those kids were hitting shots, you know, and you need that because so much emphasis gets put on other players. And I was really happy to see Luke carry us a little bit offensively in the first half, and then Kaysen stepped up in the second half and hit some big shots, and you know, and Caden Isaacson did a really nice job again. I thought he's been pretty good lately, and you know, it takes a group. You know, I like where we're at, but we need to get a little more efficient offensively.
What do you hope to accomplish tonight? This is a gym, obviously, it has good memories for you. Last time you were here, you got through the sub-state and won 2 games in a row to advance to the state. But last time you played Minneapolis, this is a team that's just struggling. 69-27 was the final of that when you played them at your home gym. They got one win now on the season. I mean, it's just they're struggling all over. I feel like this game tonight can be all about you guys and what you would want to work on. What is that?
It has to be, and I think it's more of the same. Taking good shots, continue to take good shots. You know, we'd like to see some go in. Defensively, just be in the right spots, you know, pressure, do little things. I don't want us, you know, we really didn't take ourselves out of plays against Beloit, and I definitely don't want to see it tonight.
Yeah.
I just want to stay solid, make them work for everything they get, and then, you know, keep taking good shots offensively.
I hate the term trap game. I never have liked that. I think it's more of a focus thing sometimes than a trap game. This could be good training for you because being the number 1 seed, even a number 2 seed at a sub-state, your first-round opponent could be of this caliber. They could be a team that's struggling and not having a great year. Is this good training for that situation coming up for sub-state?
Our guys are mature. You know, they've been through it. You know, they've been through this. They're weathered, and again, it's all about us right now, and we just have to continue to get better and put ourselves in the best possible situation, and we hope that's the 1 seed. But ultimately, regardless of seed, it's playing on a Saturday, you know,
absolutely.
And that's the goal. So, you know, we just got to keep getting there.
All right, best of luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Devin.
Bryson Flax, he's the head east of Saline Trojans. His guys getting ready to take on the Minneapolis Lions here in a league contest on KINA.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
It's time for A Minute with Mitch as we take a moment to discuss football with a play-by-play voice of the Kansas City Chiefs. It's presented by Hy-Vee, the proud official grocery sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
In the words of Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, it's a beautiful thing when our final minute with Mitch now for 3 of the last 4 seasons comes to you from the Super Bowl. So here in Glendale, Arizona, Super Bowl 57 will be played Sunday night. And the team that Andy Reid coached for 14 seasons will play the team that he's coached for the past 10. This week and this game is about handling distractions and all the extra noise that goes along with this contest. This week's nothing but a distraction. Media responsibilities every day, sometimes in the evening, and other events that can take a team completely off the grid in preparation. 2020, Super Bowl 55 was weird with COVID and tough circumstances. In 2019 and Super Bowl 54, the Chiefs handle it. Truthfully, it's the team that can handle distractions that usually wins the Super Bowl. On This Minute with Mitch.
Every Sunday, a city of more than 2 million unites. A community of fans thousands strong anticipates. A team of 53 players charges the field.
It's a sweep left to the fullback, and a great block springs over the outside. He's up the left sideline.
And one grocery store is proud to support them all.
20. He's going to outrace everyone to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City!
Hy-Vee, an official sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Saline Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Saline is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Salina Regional's Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is your home field advantage. Our physicians include sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle, along with orthopedic surgeons Drs. Travis Rump and Todd Riley, plus an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists. We're ready when you need us to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. For area athletes to weekend warriors, the home field advantage starts at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Kansas Wesleyan University is proud to offer bachelor's degrees in criminal justice and emergency management, with both programs available on campus and online. Graduates have gone on to positions in the Secret Service, various police departments, the Kansas Court of Appeals, and to serve as county officials right here in the Sunflower State. Want to know more? Visit kwu.edu today. That's kwu.edu.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Salina Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Salina Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salinaortho.com.
At home or on the road, K4 Garage will keep you moving. With over 12 years of mechanic experience, owner Nick Trout will diagnose and repair your engine to keep you in the game. Full service gas, diesel, or tires. K4 Garage also has a fully stocked convenience store with snacks and drinks. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, Saturday from 9 until 3. Trust K4 Garage with keeping you on the road. And if it has oil, they can change it at K4 Garage in Gypsum.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Suburban Appliance Center is your official dealer for Traeger grills. Check out this 6-in-1 versatile unit that grills, bakes, smokes, roasts, braces, and barbecues. Suburban is your exclusive dealer for the Traeger Timberline series, and they have your Traeger spices too. Suburban Appliance Center, they are locally owned and they offer appliance brands like Amana, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and of course Maytag. Suburban also offers exceptional service. Suburban Appliance Center, 1900 South 9th.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Assyria Oil and Hardware, located in Assyria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
Hunters, don't miss the 2023 Whitetail Summit. This is an opportunity to hear from some of the most highly regarded experts in the whitetail management field. Our event will feature Dr. Bronson Strickland from Mississippi State University and Don Higgins, founder of Real World Wildlife and co-host of the Chasing Giants podcast, as well as Wes Delks, a Higgins outdoor consultant. This event will include a meal and exclusive show specials from our sponsors. Doors open at 9:30 a.m. Saturday, February 18th at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Go to phillipseed.com for more details.
The John Deere 6M started with the livestock and hay producer who needs a powerful loader tractor with incredible visibility and maneuverability to easily make your way around those tight corrals, feed your herd, and bale your hay. A strong tractor is equipped with the features you need to accomplish any chore. From 110 to 195 horsepower, the 6M is fully customizable, so you get everything you need and nothing you don't. Visit your local Prairieland partners for details.
Delivering the right solution. Prairieland Partners.
Spring cleaning time. Finally.
Hi, it's Sarah.
And Addison.
Spring cleaning, a time to get rid of all the muck and grime left over from the winter months. Let Mary Maids help you clean your home from top to bottom to give you a fresh start for a new season. Worry-free house cleaning by Mary Maids done the way that you want. We guarantee it. Call Mary Maids in Salina and Abilene to schedule your spring cleaning today.
Find Mary Maids on Facebook or at marymaids.com.
Mary Maids, relax. It's done.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Minneapolis High School, Devin Haney along with Francis Flax as we are about 5 minutes away from tip-off of the guys contest. It'll be game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight. If you missed it, our first game tonight was a really good one. Southeast of Saline leads wire to wire. And ironically, they start out up 6-0. They came down the floor. Avery Castleman hit a 3, made it 3-0. Reagan Getz hit a 3, made it 6-0. And that 6-point lead that they sprinted out to and started off with was the difference at the end, 55-49. Coach, that was a great game for Southeast of Saline. They really gutted it out. They were tested on almost every aspect of the floor, but they were able to lead and wire to wire and get the 6-point win.
Yeah, they will. They did a great job, and of course they hit a lot of buckets too. But yeah. I think the key of the game was they kept, when the game was on the line, what I call on the line 5 points or so, we got stops.
Yeah. And
turned those stops into at least trips to the free throw line. We didn't always hit them, but we got to the free throw line off of that. And, we just maintained that margin. And let me tell you, we talked about the physicality of the Southeast boys game the other night. This girls game was reminiscent of that.
Yeah. Lots of contact, lots of fouls. Southeast, though, gets the victory now. They move to 15-2 on the season. Southeast of Saline also won the JV girls game tonight, 31-30. JV boys contest tonight, Southeast of Saline won 79-13. And now we have one game left, and that is the varsity game on the boys' side. Southeast of Saline comes in 15-1. They are winners of 5 in a row. Minneapolis comes in at 1-15. They have lost 4 in a row. Their last 2 games against Sacred Heart 1 week ago, they lost by 13. They lost by 26 to Ellsworth on Tuesday night. Southeast of Saline right now, after their victory over Beloit on Tuesday at home, in the driver's seat in the NCAA. They are 7-0 in league play, looking for back-to-back league titles. Beloit at 5-2. Both those losses, of course, to Southeast, and Ellsworth at 4-3. Other games on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard tonight. Republic County's girls lost to Ellsworth. Ellsworth 43-22. Goddard Eisenhower's girls beat Salina Central in overtime, 50-49. Salina South hammered Hayesville Campus in girls play, 55-19. Wamego all over Abilene on the girls' side, 74-25. And Chapman beats Concordia, 48-35. We are just about 2 minutes away from the start of this one. Coach, what do you think about this game? This is obviously a game that Southeast of Saline looks at, and boy, just not a lot of success this year for Minneapolis. They have one win. They're a starter down tonight. And as Bryson Flack said, this is more about Southeast of Saline and what they want to accomplish here on a Friday night on the court, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And we've got a lot of things to improve on. We weren't efficient offensively in our last ball game. But as I'll point out here, when you ask me the question about the keys to the game pretty soon, our defense is stellar.
Yeah.
You just can't get around how these guys play team defense. It starts on the individual side, but, man, do they help each other out and cover for each other. It's a beautiful thing to see.
What I was really impressed with when I got to thinking about the game on Tuesday, a low-scoring game, of course, and you don't give up many points, but as you and I talked about, and we talked with Bryson in postgame, Beloit rotated 3 bigs through there, 6'5", 6'6" guys that just kept coming at you. When they played good defense and got Beloit into a shot and that shot missed, they were able to complete that defensive stance with a rebound and limit Beloit to 1 shot. Beisner scored his first field goal on a 3-pointer with like a minute left.
Yeah, even less than that. I think it was maybe a few seconds left. But, you're exactly right. And the truth of the matter is, what I noticed, and I don't know if this is characteristic or not of Beloit, but their big guys always shot the ball the same way when they were in the lane. They went over the same shoulder every time.
Yeah.
So, if you're a smart defensive player, which we have, you can, overplay on that side, and you're going to contest every shot that they put up.
Yeah, interesting. We are about a minute away from starters here in this game. We will step away. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups for you and the tip as we begin game number 2 of our doubleheader. It's the boys' turn here on KINA.
For some, Valentine's Day gifting is easy. For others, well, they need a little help. That help can be found at Saline Medical Aesthetics. Kiss those wrinkles goodbye with 10% off Botox, $100 off 1 milliliter syringe filler for kissable lips, $175 deluxe hydrofacial. Purchase 1 package laser hair removal, receive second package, equal or lesser value, 50% off. The best Valentine's Day gift can be found at Saline Medical Aesthetics. Follow SME on social and learn more at SalineMedAesthetics.org.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and their second location in the Central Mall in Salina, and a new location in McPherson, based on honesty and trust. Contact L&L Advisors today.
Salina Septic Services provides septic services including septic tank installation, inspection, and repair. In addition to professional septic tank services, we also provide portable restroom rentals. We have many options available, including his and hers portable restrooms and hand washing sinks. Setup, service, and removal are all part of our rentals. Whether you project a long-term construction job or a family gathering, we guarantee a clean porta potty. Find us today at SalinaSepticService.com, proudly supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor's running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Back here at Minneapolis High School, getting ready for this contest here between Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis. Let's go over starting lineups for you first. For the homestanding Minneapolis Lions, under the direction of John Darrow, they will start 5'9" freshman Owen Just, along with 6' junior Ryan Parks, 5'9" sophomore Mason Smith, 5'11" senior Tucker Smith, and 6'3" senior Mason Scott. Once again, Minneapolis 1-15 on the year, and they are still winless in league play. For Southeast of Saline, under the direction of head coach Bryson Flax, who got his 70th win as head coach at Southeast of Saline on Tuesday against Beloit. Looking for 71 tonight, assisted by Trenton Douglas and Joe Ross. He will start Eli Sawyer as a 6'5" senior. Eli averaging over 17 points a game, also 5.5 rebounds and 2 assists per contest. Nakari Morikel Palmer, a 6'3" senior, averaging 15 points a game. He is the team's leading rebounder, assist getter, and stealer. He averages 9 rebounds per contest, 5 assists, and has over 35 steals on the season. Drake Augustine is a 5'10" senior, 7.5 points per game, also 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Rounding out the 4 seniors in the starting lineup is Luke Gebhardt, the 6'1" senior, coming off of one of his better offensive performances of the season Tuesday against Beloit, where he had 14. Luke now averaging 7 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per contest. And the lone junior in the starting lineup is 6' junior Daniel Kerr, 3.5 points per game, also a rebound and an assist per contest. Southeast of Saline currently ranked 3rd in the state in Class 3A by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. Francis Flax, give us our new image audio. Keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline.
Well, pretty simple, Devin. We have to stay the course. There's no need to change things now. I mean, we have 15 wins on the year, so we've been doing some good things. Second is our MO so far this season has been defense and turn that into transition offense. And I think that we'll do that tonight. And the last thing is we got to hit some open shots. We didn't shoot the ball that well against Beloit and had a lot of great looks. But we'll break out of that too.
Some good recent memories in this gymnasium, right? Got back-to-back wins here last year at sub-state time to get yourself into the state tournament, and really played well in those couple games here in that sub-state action, as this was the site last year for Southeast of Saline to make their way to the state tournament in Hutchinson. Bryson Flax starting out with his junior in the starting lineup. Daniel Kerr and his arm around him. Eli Sawyers will step it into the center circle, and he will jump it up for Southeast of Saline here to start this game, along with Mason Scott. Southeast wearing their road lavender alternate jerseys tonight. Minneapolis in their home whites, trimmed in crimson and blue, mostly blue. Here is Kerr on the right-hand side as Southeast wins the tip. Nakari wide open, will take a rhythm dribble, now put the shot up. That's no good, but Sawyers with the rebound for Southeast. He'll knock it out the other way now to Drake Augustine. Over to Daniel Kerr, short corner baseline, Nakari. Out to Kerr, back inside to Sawyers. Turnaround from 12 is good. Eli Sawyers gets things going here in full court pressure from Southeast of Saline.
That was a good offensive possession. A lot of guys touched the ball. Got a good offensive rebound.
Inside now, Minneapolis works it down low. Ryan Parks looked like he had a good look, but he passed it up. Now Luke Gebhardt going for the steal. Ball loose around center court. Bodies flying everywhere. Minneapolis is going to keep it. They try to go down deep, though, and Daniel Kerr is there to take it away. Daniel, an all-league defensive back. Probably not the smartest pass to try to make against someone. Here's Sawyers now keeping a Southeast of Saline loose ball inbounds, and on the offensive end here for the Trojans. 1 minute in. 2-0. Southeast of Saline leading it. Gebhardt on the left-hand side wants to drive baseline. Now plays it back in, and that ball skips through like a rock on a pond. Ends up back with Augustine. Gebhardt, little lob pass, short corner to Nakari. Nakari now spins the ball out to the far corner along the baseline to Augustine, and Drake couldn't handle it. It's a turnover for Southeast. Full court pressure here still being implemented by Southeast of Saline. Minneapolis, like the official said, Southeast ball, but he changed his mind and is going to keep it with Minneapolis on the sideline. They're looking for a runaway that time by Owen Just.
Well, here we go. Let's see what this pressure does now.
Working one-on-one now. Southeast doing a man-to-man. 90 seconds in. Here's Just trying to take Augustine to the paint. Now he leans into him in a foul call. Early foul here on Drake Augustine. Owen just at the free throw line, gets 2 free throws. His first one rattles out no good.
You like to see a freshman like that. No fear. He took it right into the teeth of our defense.
Missed his first free throw. He does get the second one here. Fouled in the act of shooting, and that goes in. 1 of 2 at the free throw line for Owen Just. Southeast back down the floor on offense for the 3rd time. Augustine has it on the right wing, now plays it high post to Sawyers. Sawyers kicks it back out to Daniel Kerr. Extra pass now to Gebhardt. He'll skip it back over the top to the right-hand side to Augustine. There's Minneapolis, a chance at a steal, but Gebhardt's going to self-tap it here. Drive all the way to the cup. Can't get that to go, but the rebound by Sawyers is cashed in. And the and-one opportunity coming up for Eli Sawyers.
It was a good drive by Luke. Take that ball from the baseline, his patented drive, but he was well contested.
Free throw by Sawyers is good, and Eli has all 5 of Southeast of Saline's points here in this game. Minneapolis still having to contend here with Southeast of Saline full court pressure. Daniel Kerr in the backcourt. Going to work here against Mason Smith. Now the run and jump. Augustine takes it away. Drake pitches it up the floor. Just though there to take it back for Minneapolis as the 2 teams exchange turnovers. And now a foul called against Southeast of Saline. That'll be against Daniel Kerr, his first. A couple of substitutions here for Minneapolis. They will be Zach Nelson, a 5'9 sophomore, and also Dalton Kruger, a 6'1 freshman. Southeast yet to substitute yet. We are only about 2 minutes into this game. There's a pass across the paint, nearly taken away by Augustine. He flies down the floor. That's tapped out of bounds. It will stay with Minneapolis underneath their own basket.
Both teams just kind of testing the waters right now, see what's going to be available.
Minneapolis gets it in, but it's going to be stolen away by Drake Augustine. Lion turnover number 3. Here comes Nakari up the right-hand side of the floor. Southeast working it all the way around. Ended up left-hand side. Now it comes quickly back to the right-hand side. Nakari along the baseline. He's going to pitch it out, and it goes over the top of everyone. And now Southeast of Saline has 3 turnovers. 5:28 left to play. 5-1 Southeast.
Kind of ill-advised there. Nakari had it on the baseline, short corner. I thought maybe he would try to dump it into Eli right in the middle of the lane.
Augustine going against Owen Just. Drake pokes it away and then had his tiptoes on the sideline. He steps out of bounds. It will go, or excuse me, stay with Minneapolis. Drake not able to complete that transaction. Minneapolis now will get the ball in the hands of Zach Nelson. Nelson brings it across. Goes away from a high screen and stumbles his way towards the baseline, and now a foul will be called against Southeast on Daniel Kerr, his second. Lions trying to get it in here on their own baseline. Up top, it's going to be deflected. Sawyers peels it away, and the bounce goes to Gebhardt. Here comes Luke. Luke up the middle of the floor. Pitches out left. Sawyers will try the 3, and he got it to go. Eli Sawyers, that's just the 5th three-pointer of the season. He was in rhythm there, Coach, and was able to knock it down. Now a poke and a steal by Southeast, started by Sawyers. He'll take it baseline, and they're going to say he traveled with it. Some of these calls I've seen tonight, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Gosh. I mean, you can nitpick everything, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Another steal.
Yeah, another steal for Southeast of Saline. It ends up in the lap of Augustine. He tried to bounce it back into Nakari and lost it again.
Yeah, we've got plenty of turnovers for first quarter, first part of the first quarter.
Turnover count even at 5 apiece. 8-1, though, on the scoreboard. Southeast still hasn't given up a field goal to the Lions. 4:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Here's an air ball taken away by Eli Sawyers. Eli coming up the floor. Stops, nearly lost the basketball, now gets it back, curls it back to the left to Nakari. Skip pass over the top. Gebhardt for 3. Got it to go. Luke Gebhardt. Nicks the first three-pointer on the right-hand side for Southeast. Sawyers came on the left. 11-1.
One thing about it, everybody on the Southeast team knows where everybody else is.
Yeah. Ball movement really good on that possession there. 11-1 our score now. Minneapolis trying to find an open person here. Finally they do, and Ryan Parks gets rid of it. He found Joseph Wool, a 5'9 sophomore, who will try to take Gebhardt to the cup, and he's going to score over the top of Gebhardt and get the free throw attempt to go along with it. Luke Gebhardt gets his first foul. Joseph Wool to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. That's the first field goal for Minneapolis. Kerr will check out into the game. Kaysen Lilly.
It's a young Minneapolis team. You can say that.
Free throw bounces around and goes in. And now a substitution by Minneapolis. Mason Smith back into the game. (11-4) now. Kaysen will bring it across the center stripe, play it on the right-hand side to Augustine. Now in the corner to Nakari. Back up mid-lane to Sawyers, who will try the shot. Bounces off the rim twice, won't go, but Nakari gets the rebound and puts it back in. First basket for Nakari Morikel-Palmer on the night. 3:18 left to play, first quarter. Now Minneapolis having trouble getting it inbounds. Finally they do, and they get away with a travel on the back end of it. Mason Smith trying to get around Augustine. Comes across the logo. Now Kaysen Lilly there, the run and jump. Kaysen dives on the floor, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it goes to Southeast. Minneapolis rolled it out right in front of the scorer's table.
That's a nice little trap that they put on there. Kaysen acted like he was going away from it, and then when he saw the guy have to go towards the sideline, he just...
Another palming call. This one on Drake Augustine for the 6th Southeast turnover.
Well,
yeah, 13-4 Southeast. Under 3 minutes left to go. A ball just went over the fingertips of Luke Gebhardt, but Luke comes from behind and strips it. Tries to save it back in bounds. Now the ball's on the deck. Gebhardt again down after it. Here's a long pass up the floor to Kaysen Lilly. He'll hand it off to Sawyers. Stop and pop along the baseline. That won't go down. Nakari fighting for the rebound, and they're going to save the ball off his left hand and out of bounds. It will go back to Minneapolis. How about the hustle, though, from Luke Gebhardt?
How about the hustle from the Purple's on the floor every possession?
Yeah. And I don't think that's going to get turned down at all because Caden Isaacson has just checked in. Here comes Drew Richardson with him. So it's Lilly, Richardson, Isaacson, along with Morikel-Palmer and Gebhardt. 2:43 left to go here, first quarter. Southeast of Saline with a 9-point lead, the biggest lead so far, 10. Across the center stripe is Mason Smith. Kaysen Lilly there to guard him. Smith will take it mid-lane, now slam on the brakes, play it back out. The freshman, Owen Just has it. He gets in the paint, gets a head and shoulder fake with Nakari in the air, but the problem is Nakari hangs twice as long as everybody else. He's still got the block. Over to Morikel-Palmer along the baseline. Skip pass through to Richardson. Now Luke Gebhardt back to Drew. Drew thought about a three, but couldn't get the space. Now Gebhardt will try it on his side. Off the front of the rim, no good. Nakari with the tip, nearly got it to go down, and then he was fouled from behind.
That would have been a fantastic tip in if that would have went.
Yes, sir.
Had two guys draped all over him. Oh, and he gets rewarded here.
Going to go to the free throw line. Get 2 free throws. First foul on Ryan Parks. Nakari's first free throw is up and good. Back to a 10-point lead now for Southeast of Saline. 2:04 left to go in the opening quarter. Second free throw also rattles home. Southeast with a 3-for-3 start from the free throw line so far in this game. Full court pressure once again. Minneapolis has it, bringing it up. Mason Scott. Scott guarded by Gebhardt. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter. Scott almost lost the basketball and now throws it over to the left, and Bryson Flax doing his best to get out of the way. Minneapolis is able to save it, though, back in the middle of the floor to Owen Just. He'll pull a 15-foot jump shot, and he got it to go. Owen Just with 3 points for the Lions. 15-6. Case and Lilly try to lob down on the baseline to Nakari Morkel-Palmer. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. Owen Just will come out of the game. Zach Nelson comes in. Isaacson has it off the inbounds. They play it over to Richardson. Left-hand side three. That won't go. Nakari, another rebound. Got his left hand on it. That was enough. Now Morkel-Palmer will drive over to Gebhardt. Left-hand side. Gebhardt through a Minneapolis defender will score 2. 5 points early for Luke. And now a ball nearly taken away by Southeast once again. .114 left to play, first quarter. Here's a long pass up the floor to Mason Scott. Spin move on Gebhardt, but he stumbles out of bounds, and now Minneapolis comes crashing in looking for the rebound. It will be Southeast ball. Dalton Kruger, 6'1" freshman, returns back to the lineup for Minneapolis.
Well, I think we expected Southeast to command the game, but I'm not sure we expected to make it look like this. I mean, we're as scrappy can be.
Here's the lob and the one-handed slam. Drew Richardson with the dime to Nakari Morkel-Palmer for 2. Boy, Nakari up, elbow above the rim there. That was pretty. 13-point lead now for Southeast of Saline. 19-6. Richardson with really good defense, and he's punished for it with a foul. Boy. I had this thought several times during the girls' game. I don't know how you expect kids to guard one another if that is going to be a foul.
Yeah, if I might as well. I just elbowed you. That's a foul.
Unless you expect to make it look like a middle school dance where both people have full arms extended and that's your space, right? Southeast will take it away here, though, and have the last crack at it if they so choose with 20 seconds left to go. 19-6 is our score. Southeast leading by a baker's dozen. Case and Lilly up top. Now to Nakari, just inside the three-point line. That hits the front of the rim. Now Minneapolis will have it to close out the quarter. 10 seconds left to play. Still in the backcourt, though. They're down to 6, down to 5, down to 3. Minneapolis to the free throw line. Shot up off the backboard is good. And Joseph Wall had 2 circus shots here in this quarter, and he is half of Minneapolis' points. At the end of one, 19-8 is our score. Southeast of Saline leads it by 11. Second quarter action coming up with live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you by Asaria Oil and Hardware.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Just 3 players have scored for Southeast of Saline through that first quarter. Eli Sawyers with 8, Nakari Morkel-Palmer with 6, Luke Gebhardt with 5, and Southeast leads at 19-8. Probably the highest number of turnovers that we've seen Southeast with in one quarter in a long time, Coach. They have 6.
Yeah, we have 6 turnovers, and, 2 or 3 of them have been I guess carries or palming or something.
Or in my stats here, I just have question marks for the. Had a bunch of fouls like that earlier on too that I just put question marks by. Turnover here by Minneapolis. 19-8 is the score. Southeast has it back. It's Gebhardt, Richardson, Isaacson, Lilly, and Sawyers with a 3. That one won't go down. Gebhardt fighting for the rebound, but it will be taken by Owen Just for the Lions. Caden Isaacson trying to get it back, and He gets a foul. Number 1 for Caden. Daniel Kerr went to the bench early in this game with 2 fouls. He still sits there. Minneapolis with a sideline inbounds. They'll throw it under the Southeast of Saline basket here to Ryan Parks. Here comes Parks now. Up across the center stripe. He'll pass it into the paint. And a shot that is blocked from behind by Luke Gebhardt with 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, Luke made the block, but he definitely altered the shot by hitting the guy on the wrist.
Dalton Kruger gets 2 free throws. The freshman has not scored as of yet. He'll go to the line for 2. First one is up, and it rolls out on him. So far, Minneapolis 2 of 4 from the free throw line. And as I just mentioned, Daniel Kerr, he'll come to the scorer's table. Now he'll replace Gebhardt, who has 2 fouls.
Like I said, a lot of young kids on this Minneapolis team.
Kruger missed them both. Isaacson with the rebound here. He'll play it on the outlet, left-hand side to Drew Richardson. About a minute into this second quarter. Still 19-8, Southeast of Saline leading by 11. Eli Sawyers with the basketball now to Lilly. Back around to Isaacson. As 4 guys play catch around the perimeter. Sawyers working inside. Now they get it away from the basket to Eli. Spin move, layup won't go. Eli in there fighting 1-on-4 for the rebound. It comes out free, and a jump ball situation will be called. The arrow in favor of Southeast of Saline. Good scrap that time by Eli Sawyers.
Yeah, it was a good move, too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it put just a little bit too much on it, rolled off the front of the rim.
Drew Richardson set to inbounds. He'll do so way up high to Daniel Kerr. Kerr now will whip it left-hand side. Richardson skip pass back over the top. Ends up in front of us to Kason Lilly. Lilly will step into a 3. That one too short, no good. And Minneapolis with the rebound with Owen Just. Up the floor to Kruger. Kruger will stop. Now go back to Just on the give and go. Just ran into Caden Isaacson. Still put a shot up though. Rolls off the rim, no good. Here comes Kason Lilly speeding back the other way. Kason will look right-hand side to Sawyers. Elbow jumper from 15 won't go down. And a rebound on Caden Isaacson is his second.
Shooting the ball a little quick in the offense right now. Got to do a little more distribution, see what opens up.
And with 6:15 left to go in the second quarter, our foul count is 8-2, and Minneapolis is already in the 1-1.
Well, we are aggressive.
Dalton Kruger at the free throw line for a 1-1. Missed it. Daniel Kerr fighting off 2 Lions as he gets the rebound. Up the floor now to Augustine. Drake is going to be called with a traveling violation there. 7 turnovers now for Southeast. Bryson Flax on the Southeast bench does not look that thrilled.
Yeah, I don't blame him right now. We've got to concentrate a little bit more. We're going through the motions, knowing that we should win this. We're not as focused as we need to be.
Ellsworth leading Republic County at halftime, 25-17 as we peek in on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Minneapolis with it on offense. Still 19-8. No points have been scored so far here in this second quarter. We're about 2.5 minutes in, and John Darrow wants a timeout. 5:39 left to go. It's 19-8. Southeast of Saline leads it by 11 and a 30-second timeout. We'll step away here on KINA.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses acquire relief loans to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. Work hard, play hard. Good luck, Trojans, from Roselawn Memorial Park in Salina. To learn more, visit roselawsalina.com.
Back here in Minneapolis High School, the Lions out of a quick timeout. 5:39 left to go in the second quarter. They'll get the ball in bounds here, looking at a Southeast of Saline man-to-man defense. It's Case and Lilly, Drew Richardson, Eli Sawyers, Daniel Kerr, Drake Augustine on the floor for Southeast. There's a three-pointer that barely hits the front of the rim, and now a foul will be called against Southeast of Saline. It's against Eli Sawyers. Another one-and-one opportunity here for Minneapolis. Soon it will be a double bonus. First free throw is up and good. Tucker Smith with the front end of the 1-and-1. Second one on the way. Also goes in. Tucker Smith in the scoring column with 2 free throws.
2.5 minutes in, the first points on the board in the second quarter.
Southeast still looking for theirs. 5:15 left to go here in the second quarter. Eli Sawyers, he'll drive into the free throw line. Now they'll kick it out to Augustine. Augustine along the baseline, back out to Kerr. Case and Lilly back inside the paint. Sawyers had it stripped away. Turnover number 8 for Southeast of Saline. Here comes Minneapolis with it, trailing by 9. Just into the paint, plays it down low to Parks. Parks holds the ball, now gets Just coming across the lane. His shot is up, no good, and a rebound by Sawyers. Long pitch out, up the floor to the Case and Lilly, and a basket by Lilly, and they're going to say the foul came before the shot, foul on the floor. That is just Minneapolis' 3rd foul. Nakari Morkel-Palmer back in. He will spell Drew Richardson. Foul on Zach Nelson is his first. Augustine set to inbound, way up high to Kerr. They'll come back to Case and Lilly now for a baseline 3. That won't go as it went dead off the rim.
Yeah. Haven't seen much improvement in our outside shooting from the other night yet.
Yeah. Kruger with it, top of the circle for Minneapolis. Now a bounce inside. Mason Scott with a turnaround shot that won't go. Long rebound, squirts out to the other side. Collected by Tucker Smith. Now to Owen Just. He's in the paint. That won't go down. Battle for the rebound. Taken by Daniel Kerr. And Danny hit in the head. Will be the 4th foul against Minneapolis. That's against Owen Just, his second. Want to remind you that our schedule a little bit strange and not the norm for next week. Monday, Tuesday, we'll have games for you, not the typical Tuesday, Friday. Monday, Southeast of Saline is back at home to take on Ellenwood. Tuesday, we will be in Ellsworth. You know a little something about that Ellenwood team, don't you?
Yeah, I know a little bit about it. Well, the old Ellenwood teams. I don't know so much about this one, except they've got some good players.
We're going to see one of the best scorers in small class basketball, and Britt Dutton for the Ellenwood Eagles. That's on Monday. And then Valentine's Day in Ellsworth on Tuesday. Next Friday, we will be off. Here's a free ball picked up by Drake Augustine, 3-on-1. It's a lob to the rim, and that one way out of the reach of Nakari Morkel-Palmer for the turnover. Nakari wanted it up high. I don't think he wanted it that high.
Yeah, Drake should have taken it a little bit deeper before he threw it up there.
19-10. 3:41 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll have Shauna Smith at halftime. Talk about a Lady Trojan victory, and she might bring Reagan Getz with her. Who knows? We'll see. Reagan popped in 34 points tonight for a new career high. There's Minneapolis now getting the basketball across. Then Danny Kerr will take it away. Turnover 11 for Minneapolis. Nice break. Nakari left it off from the middle of the lane to Eli Sawyers on the left-hand side, and Sawyers now has 10 points. 30-second timeout called by Minneapolis as Southeast of Saline finally gets their first points of the second quarter. 21-10 now our score. We'll keep it right here. Also want to remind you, other than the Monday-Tuesday games next week with Southeast of Saline, we'll have the high school basketball scoreboard show for you tonight. 10 until 11 o'clock, scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas for a full hour. Brought to you by Saline Surgical Hospital and also Home Automotive Centers with dealerships and service centers in Abilene and Salina. And then there's a football game on Sunday, too. We have that one, too, Coach.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm not sure I'm even going to watch it.
Oh, stop. Pregame for the Super Bowl will start nice and early with the Chiefs Radio Network. All the guys doing their thing at 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon right here on KINA. 21-10 here, southeast of Saline. Full court man-to-man against Minneapolis. 3:14 left to play here in this second quarter. Zach Nelson brings the ball up the floor. Now he's in a three-man trap. He gets rid of it, though. Out to Mason Smith. Minneapolis working through offense here. A lot of passing lane jumps here by southeast of Saline on defense. Luke Gebhardt almost had one there, but pulled his hand back to avoid a third foul. Now a shot put up by Minneapolis, and they're going to say a jump ball situation that the arrow will keep it with the Lions.
Well, let's see what happens this last 3 minutes.
Well, we got an offensive foul on Minneapolis. Not sure what happened there. Maybe a bad screen or something on Ryan Parks. That's his second foul.
He said illegal screen anyway.
Okay. So Southeast will have the basketball back. Augustine, handoff here to Sawyers. He will do the same to Daniel Kerr. Now Gebhardt has it. Luke dribbling up high. He'll hand it off to Nakari. Now Kerr has the basketball, trying to get it away from Owen Just, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Southeast in front of the Minneapolis bench. Ryan Parks will check out. Tucker Smith back in for the Lions.
Setting something up here. We don't know what it is.
Here's Gebhardt on a drive, steps through, tries to get one off the back of the rim. It thought about it, but then it goes out of bounds off a Southeast player and back to Minneapolis.
Looked a little like a confused offensive series right there.
21-10 remains our score. Southeast has led the whole way. Now playing defense as Zach Nelson will bring it up across the timeline. 2 minutes left to go. There's a backdoor cut. Joseph Wall, he stopped with it, now lost the basketball. Nakari Morkel-Palmer all the way down the rim and breaks it home. Nakari, boy, he got deep on that drive, was still able to get up and flush it home.
Didn't look like he was going to try to slam it. He was going to put it off the glass, and I think he just decided, hey, this guy's right on me. I want to put him on a poster.
(23-10). Minneapolis dribbling around the perimeter here. Now tries to play it inside. Augustine spins away with it. Now looking up the floor. He'll go left-hand wing to Daniel Kerr. Across the paint now to Sawyers. Sawyers will be fouled down low by Dalton Kruger, his first. Just the fifth team foul on Minneapolis. Southeast of Saline will inbound on their own baseline.
We don't see this all the time. Nakari, Eli, and Caden Isaacson at the same time.
Yeah. Cason Lilly has it off the inbounds. Now back to Richardson. They dump it down low to Isaacson. Caden takes a couple dribbles. Now pitches out to Nakari for three. That won't go down. Isaacson there, though, to get the rebound. Caden will bring it out and play it to Drew Richardson. Inside a minute left to go. Nakari Morkel-Palmer with it. Now Eli Sawyers. Little shot there from Eli. Quick release. That won't go down, and the rebound collected in by Dalton Kruger. Here comes Minneapolis with the last 36 seconds. 23-10. Southeast of Saline. We have had a total of 6 points in this second quarter.
Yeah, we saw some of that the other night, didn't we?
Yeah. I'd say the other night was a lot better basketball, though. Down to 20 on the clock. Cason Lilly trying to take it away, and a kickball will be called here against Zach Nelson, turning it over for Minneapolis. Good defensive pressure there by Cason Lilly. And a 30-second timeout called. Nope, full timeout called by Southeast of Saline. 18 seconds left to go. We'll step away, take a short timeout, be back, close it out after this on KINA.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
23-10 our score. Devin Haney, Francis Flax back here at Minneapolis High School. 18 seconds left to close out the first half. A timeout here called by Southeast of Saline, going over something here to work on before the buzzer here at halftime. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll go over numbers from the first half. We'll also have Shauna Smith join us. And maybe even the Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game from the girls' game, Reagan Getz.
She had a fantastic game.
Ball in now to Drew Richardson. He's going to put a spin move on up top, and a lot of contact there as Mason Smith was checking Richardson in the back for his first foul. That'll be team foul number 7. Richardson's front end of the 1-and-1 won't go down. Minneapolis with the rebound. At the right-hand sideline, Kason Lilly breaks it up. Now Kruger will try a three off the loose ball. That won't go down, and we are finally at the end of the half. 23-10 our score here at halftime. When we come back, numbers from the first half. Shauna Smith will join us. We'll talk about a Lady Trojan victory for Southeast of Saline from earlier this evening. Halftime is here, and it's brought to you by Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. 23-10, Trojans lead it here on KINA.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the AmSoil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your breakdown on your offense and defense. Now here's Juanelle Garrettson, your real estate coach for buying and selling.
Hi fans, it's Juanelle Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com, and I'm here to coach you up in your real estate game plan. Now is a great time to list your house, land, or investment. Or if you're in the buying mood, I'd love to help you find just the right real estate opportunity for you. And as always, go Trojans.
Buy or sell, call Juanelle at SalinaHomes.com.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Halftime of the boys contest, 23-10 is our score. Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis with kind of a stinker in that second quarter. Not a lot of points and a lot of whistles as Minneapolis trails Southeast here at the break. Time now to look back at game number 1 of our night tonight. That was a Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan victory, 15th win on the year for the Lady Trojans, 55-49 over the Minneapolis Lions. And Reagan Getz joins us now here at halftime. Reagan, you had a fantastic night. Before we talk about your night and scoring, let's just talk about this game in general. There were some challenges coming into this game, especially from the first meeting. You guys were out-rebounded by a lot in that first meeting. Minneapolis had second, third chances to score. What was the conversation like from your coach coming into this game here tonight? It was obviously probably a lot about hustle plays, wasn't it?
Yeah, we knew that they were going to be out for blood, and this was kind of our revenge time. That's kind of the word we stuck with the entire night. She wrote it on our whiteboard from the very beginning, and we knew that they were going to be coming for us, and we were going to be coming for them, and it was going to be 32 minutes straight of battling and right down to the buzzer, and we knew it was not going to be easy and not going to be a blowout, so we had to focus on rebounding and playing tough and getting through them, grabbing and holding us.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a very physical team, and I know sometimes you like to play without a lot of whistles. Whistles kind of stink up the game. I thought it was a little bit to the extreme tonight, but this was the type of game that it really favored you guys having all those whistles, didn't it?
Yeah, and at the end, we got into the double-double, and so then we were able to have the 2 chances to shoot our free throws when they were fouling us on the floor, so it helped us out there at the end.
So you come out, you come down on offense, your first possession of the night. Avery hits a 3. You come back on your second possession, you hit a 3. What's your thought right then? Were you kind of thinking, we're up 6-0, this might be our night now?
Yeah, we kind of started out with that momentum, and it just kind of flowed in through the rest of the game, and it kind of helps, us 2 hitting those 3s, and then everyone just led from there, and it was just a good team ball after that.
You led the whole way. Minneapolis pushed it within 1 at the late second quarter mark, but you guys finished on a 4-0 run going into the locker room. How did that momentum for you feel? Instead of having a 1-point lead or even being down at halftime, you were up by 5.
Kind of just gave us a little more of a cushion because, like I said earlier, we knew it was not going to be easy. So it kind of gave us just a little bit more of comforting feel, so we knew that when we were coming out of the half, we had a little bit more room to give, but we knew they were going to be coming back for us, so we couldn't get too comfortable.
You were the only Southeast player to score in the third quarter. You had 13 points. What were you seeing offensively that gave you confidence that you could go get those points?
Honestly, it all goes back to my teammates. They were able to drive in the lane and kick out, and they started kind of face guarding me a little more, and so I was able to get open because of my teammates driving and kicking, and it honestly goes back to them. And we just played good team ball, and we had some a little new set we put in, so that kind of helped us out also. But people just kept attacking the rim, and that gave us those openings we needed, especially for the 3. And like I said, we had that new set, and it opened things up for us at the high post also. Yeah,
you talk about the drive and kick. That was definitely in effect tonight. You got 6 3-pointers off of teammates penetrating and kicking it out. There were times, though, I remember, I think it was first half, you had the ball kind of on the left wing, and you faked like you were going to shoot, and the defender didn't even move, so you just went ahead and put it up, and you made that one as well. That was a great shot, wasn't it?
When I train, I have trained with a guy in Saline, and he always tells me if their hands are down, it's going shots down.
That's right. Absolutely. 34 tonight, a great night for you, but I'm sure this feels good as a team to kind of get that monkey off your back. You guys, in your career, have pretty much owned this league in the NCAA. That one blemish, though, from back in January, you were able to get that back tonight. Congratulations on a really great game. Now, 2 quick games for you next week. It starts with Ellenwood on Monday. Have a good weekend.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk to your coach now. Shauna Smith will dip in here, and we'll see how she feels about this contest. It was a 6-point victory for the Southeast of Saline Trojans, and boy, turnovers were kind of even in this game. A lot of free throw attempts by both teams in this game. 28-22, or 28 for Southeast, 25 for Minneapolis. And boy, Coach, this was, as Reagan said, there was a lot of hands defense. There was a lot of bumping, a lot of pushing, and I know nobody really likes to watch basketball in the nature that it was called tonight, but if it's going to work in anybody's advantage, I thought you guys were able to take advantage of that tonight.
Yeah, we were late. I thought, and that's what we kind of told the girls. Sometimes we felt like, all the fouls got called against us in the first half, and sometimes we're like that. Always kind of not always, but sometimes it swings the second half.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like it swung until about halfway through the third quarter, and then all of a sudden, we kind of had that 7-8 point run. Whatever, I don't know exactly what it was, but we kind of got that run there, and then all of a sudden the fouls they started the things, and then it just boomed that we were both in 1-1 because we were in the 1-1 at the last minute, the 30 seconds of the third quarter, and I thought this is gonna be a long game, and they only had I think 3,
yes,
and we had 1-1, and I thought that was gonna be whatever, and then it's just funny how the game just switched real quickly.
You built a 10-point lead, and then Minneapolis came back. They went on a 9-0 run to get this game the closest that it had been since the start. They were down by 1 point. I asked Reagan about it. I'm curious to get your take on that little mini 4-0 run there to end the second quarter and have that 5-point lead going into the locker room. That was huge.
Yeah, well, and when Abigail Pearson got that steal there, kind of put it, she got that layup, and then kind of we got the ball, and we had the ball at the very end, just kind of held on to it, which that was kind of good because you felt like you kind of were going with a little bit of momentum at halftime there. Even though they went on a run, we were in foul trouble, but we had to survive and get through the half, and we were still up by 5.
really great job. Reagan gave a lot of credit to her teammates, and she should as well. But what was just kind of going through your head as the night went on for her? I mean, it was 11, then it was 14, then all of a sudden it was 27. She was the only player that scored in the third quarter. She had 13 in the third quarter alone. Ends up with 34 tonight. What a great night scoring for Reagan Getz.
Well, it was because, honestly, I thought when's going to come to an end for her because they're a really good defensive team. And I thought, well, surely they're going to, like they just have kids that are just good enough that'll lock her down, whatever. And we just kind of kept changing some things. We moved her into a post spot, then we moved her to a guard spot, and it's just always, and that's what we kept, and I thought we did a better job of being on offense longer, and then all of a sudden we kind of kept finding her then. We're on offense longer, weren't just putting up our first shot, and so we found her, and the ball always came back to her and found her, the ball into her hands then at some point.
And along with her 6 3-pointers, she was 6 of 6 from the free throw line as well, so that's always huge.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's what we were talking about late in the game. I told her I needed to go handle the ball because I wanted her shooting some free throws. Then she did start getting there. At first, we weren't getting her hands on the ball early enough, and then she started getting the ball a little bit more towards the end there.
Well, great job. This one's got to feel good. Enjoy your weekend. Quick turnaround now. We go Monday, Tuesday next week. We'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. Her girls tonight get their 15th win on the season, 55-49 over the Minneapolis Lady Lions. Again, Reagan Getz tonight, 34 points for the senior. 23-10 here, our halftime score. Southeast of Saline leading. They are led by Eli Sawyers, who has 10 points. Nakari Miracle-Palmer has 8. Luke Gebhardt with 5. On the Minneapolis side, Joseph Wall with 5 points. 3 points for Owen Just, and 2 points for Tucker Smith. Southeast of Saline is 3 of 4 from the free throw line, while Minneapolis is 4 of 8. Minneapolis has committed 13 turnovers, while Southeast of Saline has 10 turnovers. 23-10, our score again here at the break. And boy, Coach, that was a stinker of a second quarter. I don't care how you slice it on that, but 2 field goals for Southeast. Eli has 2, Nakari has 2. That's all they had as far as scoring the basketball. 2 free throws for Minneapolis. That's all they had in the entire second quarter. And here we are getting ready to start the third at 23-10 Trojans.
Well, it wasn't like watching paint dry, but it was the next thing to it, I think. Because there just wasn't – there was a lot of action.
Yeah.
But no results.
Yeah.
Either way, either side of the floor.
Yeah, it's kind of the old man basketball Sunday at the Y type of game that we were watching there in the second quarter. Some score updates for you at halftime on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. These are boys scores. Wamego led Abilene 24-22 at the break. That's another low-scoring game. Also a low-scoring contest. Ellsworth leading over Republic County 25-17 at the half. Once again, Southeast of Saline's girls won tonight 55-49. Ellsworth over Republic County and girls play 43-22, while Wamego over Abilene and girls play 74-25. That's a check of our Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Southeast will start out with the basketball, 23-10 the score. As we're underway now, third quarter. You can watch live stream video this second half on SalinaPost.com, free of charge, as Nakari Miracle-Palmer hits the long 2.
We didn't have to wait so long this quarter.
Double digits now for Nakari, as he and Eli Sawyers both have 10 points. Here's Owen Just with it. He drives all the way to the baseline, now kicks it back out. And a ball off the foot of a Minneapolis player, but Just comes sprinting across the floor and able to save it before it goes out of bounds. Run and jump still being implemented here by Southeast of Saline on defense. They lead it by 15. Shot off the backboard, won't go down. Sawyers there with the rebound for Southeast. Here comes Eli Sawyers. He'll float off to the right-hand side now, bring it back to the middle of the floor. Now Daniel Kerr has it. It works back the other way now. Short corner baseline, Sawyers. He'll kick it out, Gebhardt. Thought about a 3, now he's going to drive, kick it back to the other side. Sawyers, a little baseline jump shot, gets it to go. Southeast with a quick start here, 2 for 2.
Well, that's what we need. What we found right here, these 2 possessions was we get it to the short corner, we can get about anything we want.
Kerr inside to Augustine. Drake now will bring it back out on the dribble as they'll work it around. Sawyers working the paint, catches the ball high post. Turnaround shot, won't go down. Caught it off at the front of the rim. It knocked it off of the path, and it comes down in a rebound here to Minneapolis. Mason Smith has it. Smith brings it across the center stripe. He'll play it to Owen Just. 6:19 left to go, third period. 27-10, Southeast of Saline leading. Just up top, nearly got a 5 count with Augustine right there with him. Now Gebhardt will take it away. Here comes Luke. Off the backboard, layup up and good. First turnover for Minneapolis in the second half. Leads to a Gebhardt run out in his 7th points. Just with it now. Ball fake inside. Nakari not falling for it though. Sends that shot back out where it came from. Sawyers off the deflection. Layup good on the finger roll. And a timeout, John Darrow. 31-10, Southeast of Saline sprints out there on an 8-0 run to start the third quarter action, and a full timeout called by Minneapolis with 5:47 left to go in the third here on KINA.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Assyria Oil and Hardware, located in Assyria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're ready for any task, and you expect the same from your tractor. No matter the job, there's a Case IH Farmall tractor ready to work as hard as you do. With easy operation, an exceptional operating environment, and more standard features that enhance productivity, Farmall tractors deliver the power and flexibility to knock out chores and keep going. Stop by Can Equip in Salina and find a Farmall to meet the demands of your operation.
Can Equip you. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Trojans off to a hot start here in the third quarter to begin the second half. In the first 2 minutes and 15 seconds, they're on an 8-0 run. Devin Haney, Francis Flax back here at Minneapolis High School. Daniel Kerr up top playing defense. And a traveling violation for Minneapolis. Third turnover of the quarter. Southeast will get it back.
Yeah, we've hit 4 out of our 5 attempts this quarter, which is encouraging. But they've all been good shots, too.
5.5 minutes left to go in the third. Sawyers will come out high. Now to Gebhardt with the basketball. Gebhardt to the backside, Nakari Morikel-Palmer. They'll swing it around here. Sawyers now with it. Dumps it off along the baseline. They swing it around the perimeter here. Nakari with it. Now Daniel Kerr off of his penetration. Shot up, no good. Ball hits the floor, and then it's picked up by Mason Smith from Minneapolis. 5 minutes left to go here in this third. Smith bottled up by Kerr right in front of the Minneapolis bench. Now the ball scores free, picked up by Augustine. Here comes Drake Augustine. Long pass to Nakari. Touch pass to Sawyers, who came flying in. Did not have a great look at it, but now the ball on the floor, and Daniel Kerr diving after it along with Ryan Parks for Minneapolis. There's bodies everywhere as Parks and Kerr got the worst of that one, I think. Parks will come out.
Well, both teams are pretty scrappy. You have to hand it to Minneapolis. They're I think they're giving it their all. They're just so doggone young. And
yeah. Down a starter tonight. Grant Rice not playing in this game. 31-10, Southeast leading.
And that being said, that's another freshman, though.
Owen just with it, center of the floor. He'll start the offense here for Minneapolis. Plays it to the right-hand side, Mason Scott. Scott working on Gebhardt. A couple of big crossovers. Can't go anywhere with it. Now back out to Just. So we approach the halfway mark of the third quarter. Ball's off the fingertips of Kruger there, and he drug his pivot foot again. Another traveling violation for Minneapolis. 4:12 left to play here in the third quarter. Southeast looking for their 16th win on the season. Isaacson with it. He has just come into the game along with Drew Richardson and Case and Lilly. Nakari Morikel-Palmer and Eli Sawyers out there with them. Sawyers has it in three-point land. Now skip pass over the top. Case and Lilly, one dribble, now to Richardson. Boy, this Minneapolis team, they are playing well at times on defense. They're flying around in that zone, but Sawyers gets right by his man and able to score. Eli Sawyer's now with a half a dozen in the quarter. 16 for the game. Skip pass over left-hand side for Minneapolis. Zach Nelson has it. He'll pull up for a jump shot. Off the window, won't go down. Caden Isaacson cleared everybody out of the way as he was blocking out for that rebound, then threw it away. First turnover of the third quarter for Southeast. Full court pressure here continues for the Trojans. (33-10). Isaacson out front, playing defense on Kruger. Now to Owen Just, guarded by Richardson. Just trying to get by Drew. Fell down, but he's going to play it to Kruger. Back up top of the circle is Zach Nelson. Nelson's going to drive down the lane, left-hand side. Still man-to-man here for Southeast of Saline. Kruger on a drive. Lost the basketball. Now he's going to dive down after it just for a three. And it went all the way around the rim and then fell out. Sawyer's with the rebound.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate roll off the rim for that young man.
Nakari will kick it out here to Caden Isaacson. Back out to Richardson. 4 players around the perimeter. Nakari will shoot the three and splashes it home. 5 points in the quarter for Nakari Moracle Palmer. He has 13 now for the game. 2:20 left to go. 26-point advantage for Southeast. Still pitching a shutout here in this third quarter. Deflection by Richardson. Race to the basketball. Drew Richardson all the way up off the window. Can't get it to go, but he was fouled, and he will get free throws out of that effort. 5 turnovers for Minneapolis. Richardson at the free throw line.
You notice that we're doing basically the same kind of defense we did, but we're keeping our hands off, and therefore we're not getting any fouls called against us.
Drew Richardson and missed the first free throw. He's 0 of 2 from the stripe here tonight. Britton Leeds will check into the game. He will replace Eli Sawyers. Richardson's second free throw had a side spin to it, and it's going to miss as well. 36-10, 2:04 left to go. There's a foul on Kason Lilly as Mason Smith went by him. That will be the first team foul on Southeast of Saline here in the second half. Each team has 1. Trying to get it in bounds there. They do so to Kruger. Leeds is going to send that one back on the block. Bounced all the way out, top of the circle to Mason Scott. Kruger now driving on the baseline, right-hand side, kicks it back out to Scott. 1:40 left to go here in the third. Now a wide open player down low, and scoring is Ryan Parks. 2 points for Parks. That's his first field goal and the first points of the third quarter for Minneapolis. Nakari inside, big hop, and they're going to say he charged. Owen Just in there to collect that charge. Second turnover for Southeast of Saline here in this third quarter.
Was a try to be nice. There was a strange call.
Yeah. We've had a lot of them tonight. 1:20 left to go. 36-12, Southeast of Saline. Leading by 24 points. Minneapolis with the basketball. Zach Nelson with it. Goes along the baseline to Kruger, and again, another block by Brenton Leeds. This time, Southeast of Saline takes it away. Isaacson inside. Leeds scores. Nice feed from Caden Isaacson.
I'm glad Caden did that, man. Feed a young player like that. That'll fuel his confidence for the remainder of the year and carry over for his senior year or junior year. I don't even know how old he is.
I think he is a junior. I think you're right. Yep, junior. There's a bounce pass now from Nakari to Caden Isaacson. He has a little hesitation in the lane, gets himself gathered. Shot won't go. Nakari takes a couple of tips at it, can't get it to roll down. And here comes Minneapolis out of the pack. 38-12. Taken away, though, by Southeast. Trojans flipping the court back the other way with 20 seconds left to go in the third. Nakari on the right-hand side, a little step at Ryan Parks. Now a skip pass to Drew Richardson for three. That won't go down. And the ball off the backboard to Minneapolis. 5 seconds left to go. Mason Scott slowed down like he wasn't concerned about how much time was left on the clock. And Minneapolis consequently did not get a very good look to end the quarter. 38-12. Our score, fourth and final quarter coming up after this. Southeast of Saline up big here in Minneapolis on KINA.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Hunters, not only can we fill up your tanks 24/7, but we've stocked ammo for your sporting needs. Our wide variety will get you stocked up. We have new orders coming every week. Whether it's opening day or to shoot clay, we've got what you're looking for. We have the largest selection of ammunition in southern Saline County. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Assyria Oil and Hardware, located in Assyria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Southeast starts out with the basketball. 38-12 is our score. Cason Lilly with a three. That won't go down. Leads with a fingertip on it. Saves it. Back to Cason Lilly, who drives and scores. And he will also get the foul attempt on the back end to complete the three-point play. Cason Lilly with his first points on the night. But that play kept alive by junior Brenton Leeds.
You know, he's had some pretty good plays in the short time that he's been in there tonight.
Yes, sir.
2 or 3 block shots.
Cason makes the free throw. Southeast of Saline as a team tonight, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 41-12, knocking on the door of the 30-point margin. Minneapolis working here on offense. Kruger tries to drive on Sawyer. Sawyer's there to stop him. Now inside to Parks. His shot won't go. Sawyer's with the rebound. Eli out there along with Cason Lilly, Drew Richardson, Brenton Leeds, Caden Isaacson. Here's Lilly inside. Lost the basketball, though. It's taken away by Mason Smith. Third turnover of the half for Southeast of Saline. 41-12. There's a drive to the left-hand elbow by Joseph Wall. He had a couple of circus shots in that first half. Hit the halftime break with 5, hasn't scored since. Now Parks in trouble. Will play it over left-hand side to Joseph Wall, and a foul called along the baseline. Go against Drew Richardson, his second. Wall at the free throw line. 2 free throws coming up. He's 1 of 1 this evening. First free throw is no good. Owen Just back into the game. Also returning for Southeast of Saline, Daniel Kerr, Drake Augustine, and Luke Gebhardt. They will join Caden Isaacson and Drew Richardson. Second free throw from Joseph Wall is good. 6 points for Joseph Wall, the 5'9" sophomore. Here's Caden Isaacson in the lane. A blocking foul and a layup good by Caden Isaacson. Basket went in. And he will get a chance at a free throw. More importantly, for everybody's sanity tonight, though, we got a 30-point rule and a running clock. Caden's free throw rattles home. Caden Isaacson completes the three-point play. 44-13. Owen Just comes across the center court stripe as Bryson Flax will empty his bench. Kruger for three for Minneapolis, no good. And a rebounding foul called against Daniel Kerr. For Daniel, that is his third foul now. And as you say sometimes, Coach, this is often your favorite part of the game.
It is. Well, I like to see these youngsters come in and get a little bit of time.
Levi Allen, Connor Castleman, Brenton Leeds comes back in along with Kirby Davis and Gannon Jacobson into the game for Southeast. Ball free. Jacobson ends up in the second row. And a foul called against Minneapolis. Ryan Parks fouled him. Team foul number 4 for Minneapolis. Parks third. Each team has 4 fouls. 5:34 left to go here in the fourth. 44-13. Southeast of Saline leading. Leads with it now. Left-hand side, Kirby Davis. This team of what looks like JV starters had a really good game tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I think they'll be all right.
Leads inside off the feed from Allen. Can't get it to go down. Has the rebound, but then he's tied up by Dalton Kruger.
I don't know who passed that ball into.
Levi Allen.
That was a nice pass.
Yes. Tie up in the arrow. We'll go to Minneapolis. Full court pressure again. Same defense here for Southeast of Saline. Up top with the basketball, Mason Smith. He'll go right-hand side down to Owen Just. Just won the drive. And a foul called here on Brenton Leeds, his first. 5th team foul. Brenton Leeds first, as I just said.
That's what I don't like about the running clock. They just wasted 30 seconds there. It took 30 seconds of play time away from these guys.
Tried to get it inside, Minneapolis did, to Owen Just, and he is fouled from behind by Castleman. That'll be his first. Team foul number 6 for Southeast of Saline. Minneapolis having trouble getting it in bounds, and now a race to the basketball. Kirby Davis had a shot at it, but Parks now has it. Lions. Nice pass down low to Parks, and he is fouled with the basket. Boy, that was a nice little pass by Owen Just. I like this freshman for Minneapolis.
So do I. We've seen a couple good freshmen this year.
Mm-hmm.
In a Chapman game, here again tonight.
Ryan Parks trying to complete the and one opportunity here. His free throw misses strong. Leads with the rebound. 4 points for Ryan Parks. 44-15 our score. 3:05 left to go. Stay with us in postgame as we will go over final numbers for you. Also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game and a conversation with Bryson Flax. Kirby Davis with the basketballs. We go inside 3 minutes left to go. Jacobson has it now on the right wing. Levi Allen in the keyhole. He'll spin at the free throw line. Now play it back to Davis. Little lob pass inside. Jacobson looking for Leeds, and it's taken away. Turnover number 4 for Southeast here in this half. And now Minneapolis will throw the ball away back to the Trojans. Back into the game, Zach Nelson for Minneapolis. Also returning to the contest is Tucker Smith. Castleman on the right wing. Makes his way to the right elbow out to Jacobson for 3. Too strong, no good. And the rebound comes down to Joseph Wall for Minneapolis. Traveling violation whistled against Minneapolis. Gives it back to Southeast.
I'd like to see us score a bucket here.
Levi Allen with it. We'll float to the right-hand side. Now play it back out. Jacobson again. Now Castleman. Here's Allen getting in the paint. Plays it out to Kirby Davis. Elbow jumper from Kirby is good. There you go.
Good.
Kirby Davis with 2. 1:27 left to go. 46-15 our score. Minneapolis has it knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Lions here on their offensive end. Again, quick turnaround for Southeast of Saline next week. Monday at home against Ellenwood. Have a couple of good ball games for you there. And then Tuesday on the road at Ellsworth. Have both those for you here on KINA with live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Then next Friday off.
Yeah, that'll be what are we going to do?
Well, we'll find something. Here's Leeds after the turnover for Minneapolis. He is bumped at the basket. And he will go to the free throw line. This is the last regular season Friday that we have basketball. The next Friday that we will play basketball will be Sub-State. Kind of hard to believe.
Yeah. Remember when we started, it seemed like a long time ago. And here it is already.
Yeah.
We're over.
Second free throw. Also missing for Brenton Leeds. 18 seconds left to go. Minneapolis may have the last possession here. Down to 13. Joseph Wall has it now to Kruger. He'll swing it left. Nelson has it. Now back to Owen Just. His three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Castleman with the rebound, and he'll hang on to it for the buzzer. 46-15, our final score. Southeast of Saline gets their 16th victory of the season. They move to 16-1, 7-0 in league play, while Minneapolis drops to 1-16. Postgame is here. It's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. We will have final numbers for you. The Verdon Jewelers Gym of the Game and Coach Bryson Flax when we come back after a Trojan victory, 46-15 here on KINA.